Hi guys. How's everybody doing today? I am doing a little test to see if I can manage to create my own lives because I've been invited to a bunch of lives lately and they haven't all come through. So, yay. So, if there's anybody out there who wants to join me, feel free. I will send you a link. And basically,
Wants to join
oh,
me,
whoops, we're going to
feel
get an
free.
echo. Okay. I'm making some rookie mistakes, right? Got to get these out of the way. So when hey, it's Carnivore Dog Sitter. I followed you today. So I've been swimming today in my pool and it's just a gorgeous day. I'm not looking forward to fall. I want summer to stay forever. Um, I'm not one of those people that likes the, pumpkin spice lattes and all that stuff. Now, I do like Halloween. Yay, it's Bubba. Hey, Bubba, how's it going? I do like Halloween and I do like the fall, but it's always heartbreaking for me when summer ends. So, I really just am doing this today because I wanted to kind of talk about what's going on right now with me and maybe get a little bit of your advice and see what's going on with you in your carnivore journey or keto or ketovore or whatever you are. Um, Yeah, and to practice with hosting my own lives because I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot more of that now that I just paid the money to have the actual program here. So, all right, so let me check this out here. Hi, Richard. How's it going? Tennessee. Okay, now I would like, is there anybody that would like to come in and join me? All you have to do is go to StreamYard.com and you can join me. It's free. Is there anybody who wants to join me right now? Or do I need to talk to myself? I mean, I can. I do it a lot actually. I was an only child, y'all, so it's really not a problem for me to talk to myself. But I didn't do much with the old hair today. I just got out of the pool. I'm like wearing my bathing suit still. So Nicole, can you hear me okay? Oh, you're so funny, Nicole. You are just so humorous. She's wanting me to go at it solo. Okay. Put my fears aside, right? All right, so this is what I've been thinking, y'all. So I've been carnivore now. I need you to do some calculations for me, Nicole. Okay, so you're gonna have a role here, all right? I started carnivore May 5th. I have no idea how many days that is. I know it's over 90. I know it's over 100. Do some calculations for me. Tell me how long I've been doing carnivore, because that's going to play into this story that I'm telling. I probably should have put on some real clothes, but that's okay. I mean, it's just so gorgeous out here. Can y'all hear the cicadas? In Kentucky, we almost don't hear the cicadas because they're so loud and so like ever present that it just sounds like outside. It's funny. All right. So, as soon as I get my amount here. Oh, you're so sweet. I took out my retainer and I feel like I'm talking weird because I have these little brackets on my teeth. And so it kind of hurts a little bit, but I was too lazy to go upstairs and get my retainers. So, and you might hear my husband playing guitar. He's in the garage playing guitar. Okay, 107 days, y'all. I've been carnivore for 107 days. Yay! Go me. All right, so in the beginning, I'll just give a little recap. In the beginning, I went carnivore for candida, for chronic candida. had my whole life, right?
I'll just give a little recap.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna. Okay. Oh, you're funny. All right, so anyway, in the beginning, I went carnivore for chronic candida. I saw a case study of a loud car. I saw a case study of a girl, a woman who had done carnivore and basically rid herself of all of her symptoms of her chronic candida, which that is great for her. I think she did either 60 or 90 days. Um, I I have not been quite so lucky. Now, I do have other reasons for having chronic candida other than just a crappy diet. So that's probably, that probably plays into it a whole lot. Um, but anyway, um, hey, Paulette, how's it going? All right. Sorry, guys. This is the first for me. So I'm used to, Alia or Nicole or someone else being the MC, so I can just kind of sit back and be dazed off until it's time for me to answer a question. But anyway, so chronic candida. So I did it for that. Um, it has definitely gotten better. However, probably at least 3 times in my 107 days, I have had it rear its ugly head, like it does. And I've had to take my medication for it. And actually, the medication that I take for it, it's really hard for me to get because most doctors do not believe that it's a big thing, and they believe that this medication is just horrible and dangerous and all this crap. Um, it's diflucan. Okay, it's not horrible and dangerous. It's wonderful, especially when you have it like I do. They want you to just use these creams and things, and that's great if your problem is, down there. But mine's not, you know. Mine is all over, especially in my throat. We got a jet overhead now. Can y'all hear that? I'm just curious how much this cancels out. Let me know. But yeah, so um, my problem is primarily in my esophagus. I've never actually been tested as far as like, um, an EGD while I was having an episode of this where I'm coughing and it's just dry and irritated. And, I can see. Can you not hear me? Nicole, can you hear me? Bubba said he can't hear me. Can you hear me? Tell me if you guys can hear me. My mic is on, so okay, they hear me. Bubba, I don't know. Okay, they're hearing me, bub. I don't know what's wrong. Um, oh, gotcha. Okay. So when I have that happen, I'll just have to be quiet or something. I don't know. Can you hear the cicadas? Anyway, so I've never actually been diagnosed with that officially, but I know that that's what it is. And it's also in my sinuses, and it'll cause severe post nasal drip. And the reason why I know what it is because um, I do these experiments on myself. See, being my own doctor for years, I have to kind of do, I have to kind of do my own little experiments and figure out what things are because I'm not going to say that I don't trust doctors, but when I go to your office for, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, however long, and you're talking over me and you're cutting me off and, you know, All right, that one went dead. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to charge things next time. But anyway, so if you're a doctor and I'm in your office and you're cutting me off, and you're not listening, uh, are you telling me how you feel? Because you're not getting how I feel. Okay, you're not getting it because you're not listening. So, and as a nurse, when I come to your office, mostly I like to see nurse practitioners because most of them will listen. PAs also listen a little better, and there are some wonderful doctors who will listen very well. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Um, my father-in-law is a doctor. He'll listen and he'll answer my questions, but he's not my doctor. Okay, and he's a wonderful doctor. But you know, I just got so sick of it's just gaslighting, quite frankly. You go in the office, they're like, "Oh no, that's not what it could be. No, that doesn't work like that." Okay. Every single time that I have this happen, after I eat too much sugar and processed carbs, or just sometimes even just something as natural as berries, um, I will have like just like almost sores in my mouth and redness, sore throat, just stuff draining post nasal drip, coughing. I'll cough and cough and cough and just can't quit coughing, even with, nothing helps, cough drops, anything like that. And then I'll take a diflucan, okay, because I've had problems with yeast in other areas. So I would take a diflucan. Just the first time it might have been coincidental, and then I noticed the next day or even later on that day, if there was enough hours in between, I'm like, I don't have the postnasal drip anymore. That's curious. Wonder if that could be related. Oh no, my doctor says that's not even a thing. Okay. So yeah, I've done that probably 20 times, and in those times I've realized that it is a thing and it does work. And my body is eat up with candida. Okay. And that health problem is not even the worst of my health problems that I've had. But it's just a nagging, annoying one that I've never been able to get help with since I was 19. I mean, I can remember very vividly being about 19 or 20 and being in a health department where I had just gone, didn't have a doctor. I had just gotten out of the Air Force, and I went to this doctor, and I was just having a really, really bad, like, female yeast infection at that time. And, she checked me because they always want to see the evidence. You're too stupid to possibly, you're too stupid to possibly know what a yeast infection's like, even though you've had a million of them. And so she checked me, and she's like, oh, okay, well, here, use this. You should get some over-the-counter cream. And I'm like, okay. I don't even think they had diflucan back then. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I just wanted to make sure that that's actually what it was. And I wanted to ask you, like, how can I not get these? Oh, don't just make sure that you're not wearing your bathing suit all day, a wet bathing suit, and make sure that you're wearing cotton underwear, and just all this bullshit, honestly, like, completely ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeast does grow in a moist environment, and maybe with just a normal person, that might give them a yeast infection, but that's not my problem, okay? That's not my problem. My problem is just having it and not being able to get rid of it. And it's just everywhere, honestly. Like, I get acne from it. I mean, I don't have any right now because I've been eating carnivore for 107 days. Thank you, Nicole. But yeah, so, it's just, she told me, she said, or she asked me, she said, are you sure that you don't have diabetes? Because this is just like she wasn't doing any real testing on me. And I said, no, I don't have diabetes. I mean, I was a little bitty skinny thing, and I mean, I ate crap, but I mean, I didn't look like the picture of diabetes by any means. And, not that, and don't at me, okay? Because I know that diabetes can look different ways, but I was a pretty healthy-ish 19 to 20-year-old. I was buff. I just got out of the Air Force. I was, I was in prime physical health and shape. Okay. Um. Anyway, and she said, "Are you sure you don't have diabetes?" I said, "No, I don't have diabetes. I've been tested, for this." And she said, "Well, have you been tested for HIV?" Lady, look in your records and you'll see where I've come here to get my school excuses and gotten tested for HIV. It's like it's like they don't even look at the information that they have in front of them. They just don't. And I'm not blaming the doctor. I'm not blaming the PA or nurse practitioner. I think she was a doctor. I'm pretty sure she was. Um, I'm not blaming them because it's the system. Like until recently, we didn't even have a system that could communicate with other hospitals. So you could literally hop from hospital to hospital to hospital and try to get your drugs or try to get, whatever. And, you would have to have the same test done at every single hospital. It's still that way to a certain extent because, like, we want to use our evidence. We want to see our testing. We want to see our CAT scan or MRI, but not 100%. I feel like now they're starting to use a little bit more from other hospitals, and especially like your history and stuff. But you have to prompt them to look into that. Like, they're not just going to say, "Oh, here, I could click right here and look at what she had done at Baptist Health on the 18th. Hmm. You know, that kind of thing should come naturally to us as healthcare providers. And it just doesn't. The most that we use that for typically is to see if somebody had a positive COVID test. God forbid that they bring the COVID up in here. I mean, we're not even testing our patients anymore because we're at that point. I don't want to talk about that. I'm not trying to get down that rabbit hole, but anyway, that's where I'm at with my journey so far. Is it's done. Carnivore has done a lot. It has gotten rid of almost every symptom I've had of everything. Like, I cannot complain. Is it the diet that I want to stay on for the rest of my life? I think I can pretty confidently say no to that. But at what point am I going to switch over to something else? At what point are we going to, add some stuff back? So, how can it be tested for? Oh, Nicole, I need to learn how to put these questions up on the. If you're still here, Nicole, tell me how to put this question up on the. Let's see. Oh, I figured it out. Paulette asks, how can it be tested for? My husband, unresolved cough all the time, no improvement with several rounds of antibiotics and prednisone. Okay, if it was candida, antibiotics and prednisone will make it worse. Okay, the problem here is that only doctors who specialize in candida or possibly like functional medicine doctors would ever acknowledge that candida could be causing your postnasal drip and your cough. I've had to figure it out on my own about my own body. Okay. They're never going to say, they might culture. They might do a culture, but you know what they're culturing for is something that they can use an antibiotic against. It's a bacteria. They're not culturing for yeast. They're not doing that. So I have even went to a place before. It was like an acute care, like urgent care kind of situation. And went into it and asked them specifically. I said, I have thrush. I just sat there and told this nurse practitioner, I have thrush. I need for you to swab my throat and tell me that it is indeed candida. Okay. Cause I need some evidence. Like I'm all about, evidence-based medicine and all that, I mean, I'm, I'm about science. I'm a nurse. So, she said, oh, okay. Yeah. We'll do a culture we'll swab you for, bacteria. And then we'll also tell them to check for yeast. Why, when I called back, like, I don't even know how many days later, however many she told me, it was probably 4 or 5. Did she tell me, or did they tell me, oh, it's negative? And I said, negative for what? Oh, for everything. And I said, okay, so for yeast. Hold on a second, puts me on hold for like freaking 15 minutes, comes back to the phone. She's like, ma'am, they didn't test you for yeast. I said, yes, they did. She specifically said she was going to send it for, to test for yeast. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know what to tell you. They didn't. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I shouldn't pay my bill. How would you like that? People get on my nerves. Oh, there's a wasp. Oh, I don't want to get stung by a wasp on live. Please go away. Please go away. Oh, gosh. Babe. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. There's a wasp, and it's like, yes, it is. It is like swarming me. Be back, guys.
You're in its home.
Will you do something?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. It's like swarming me. Look.
Because you smell good. If it'll stop.
Sorry, guys. It is really swarming my chair.
Should go inside.
No, I'm not going inside. It's a gorgeous day. Get out of here, wasp. Oh my God, are you serious? I have never had a wasp pursue me in this manner. Oh my gosh. Y'all. Seriously, cannot even sit down.
I'm laughing. Hilarious.
It's not hilarious. I'm trying to do a live. I'm being attacked. I guess I'm just going to have to sit down here, and if it stings me, it stings me. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's like swarming my head. Huh? Okay. Anyway, so where was I at, y'all? Oh yeah, so they didn't do the test, okay? So, and then they'll tell me, like, you need to have an upper GI done, and they can test and see what it is. If it's candida or like eosinophilic esophagitis, or those were kind of my 2 things that I thought it might be. And I just told them, like, I just don't want to do that. Not only is that going to cost me hundreds of dollars, but it's kind of pointless, because by the time that comes around, I may or may not have my little candida cough. I probably won't, because it's miserable, and I'm not going to keep it for months while you make up your mind about what day I'm going to have it on and whatnot. But anyway, so Paulette, sorry about that. Make a long story short, it can be tested for just with a swab, and they just have to grow it on a petri dish, see if it grows yeast. But there, it's just not very likely. And the thing is, normal, healthy people don't go around getting yeast all the time. Like a woman may get a yeast infection here and there, and that's totally normal. But a healthy, just normal person doesn't get them like I do. Okay. I have 3 components of my immune system that are not what they're supposed to be. I have a mannose-binding lectin deficiency, which I think might be the culprit of this, because I've done a little bit of research. Anytime you want to find out, like if there's a connection between things, if you say this in Google, and then look at the reputable sites. You don't want to look at just like health.com. You want to look at like the National Institute of Health, or, Stanford, or, something. Make sure you're looking at reputable sites, or make sure you're looking at like sites like PubMed that could have some journal articles about it, or you can look at studies and things like that. You can do your own research. It's not technically research. People make fun of you when you say that, but you can do your own investigation into it, and kind of everyone should be their own doctor anyway. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a doctor. You should absolutely have a doctor. Okay. But you can gather that information and you can educate yourself before you go to your doctor, so that when you go to your doctor, they have something to work with. You're not just throwing out, I have this symptom and this symptom and this symptom and this symptom, and they're like, this person's crazy. Because I'm telling you, that's what they think. That's what they think. When you're like me and you never, ever, ever, ever go to the doctor until you're absolutely miserable, and then you go and you're like, oh, trying to give them every little nugget of information. And they're just like, I know my people, they get overwhelmed, y'all. They get overwhelmed. They think, do we need to write a psych consult for her? And they just don't know me. I'm an intense person. So, but my doctor now, she knows me pretty good. And she knows, like, she sees on the record that I literally never come in. When I come for my yearly visits, when I throw all this stuff out to her, I'm like, oh yeah, and by the way, I've got this and this, and also my eustachian tubes feel like they're blocked or inflamed. My ears itch like really deep in. I think that's also candida. Guess what I don't have now that I'm carnivore? I don't have the super, super itchy ears. Okay, so let me go back here. Oh, and Paulette, so a cough, like there's so many things that can cause a cough. And even a cough like mine. So there's one question I would ask myself if I had a cough, and that is, does it get worse? Or the first question I would ask myself, does it get worse at night? Okay, when you lay down. And that could be a couple of things. And, obviously I'm not here to diagnose anyone. I'm not even capable of doing that. But, even something as simple as GERD can cause a cough. So something you can do to kind of rule that out is you can get you one of those wedge pillows, or else put a couple bricks underneath your bed posts at the head of the bed, so you're sleeping like this. And most people recommend that you do the brick thing instead of the wedge. I just got the wedge pillow because I didn't want to do that to my husband, and he didn't need that. So I just got the wedge, and you almost need here's the wedge, and you almost need like a pillow or something to put down there, so that you're not just sliding down all night, But I mean, it could be that if it got better on the incline, then I would say it's probably something he's eating, and he's probably got like a silent reflux, which is very common. I mean, even during the day, we can have something they call laryngopharyngeal reflux, where it's just coming up and it's irritating the back of our throat, and our voice is getting hoarse, and it's irritating, our back of our throat's getting red, which is another reason I thought that could be my problem. But when the diflucan clears it up, it's pretty clear after, 20 plus times of doing it, what it is. And then also there are things like Cindy's saying, lisinopril. It can have a side effect of a cough. If it does, you definitely need to tell your doctor, or any pril, any medication that ends with pril. Yes, the wasp liked the flowers on my suit. I know I looked crazy, but y'all, I'm not getting stung by no wasp. Not for y'all, sorry. This is funny. Well, Becca, I'm glad you thought that was funny. Oh, so I must smell sweet. I actually smell like I use some of that Brazilian bum bum cream. I love that stuff. I wear it like a perfume. Candida is awful. I'm 46 days in a carnivore and I still have issues with ears. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show that one. So yeah, and I said that I don't have like the deep itching like I had before, but I do. I know what you're talking about, and I do still have a little bit of it. How it starts for me is, I mean, it's crazy, y'all. It's like almost immediately after eating something, I'll start to feel like it almost sounds like when you've got water in your ears, you know, when you've been swimming or something, and then I'll feel like this little tickle, and it just feels like there's inflammation. You know, you got your eustachian tubes, they run down to your throat and drain. And I just feel like they're not doing their job well. So, oh, Nicole said she would run for her life. um, let's see here. Let's see. I have a habit of doing that. My little babies, when they were little, they're not little anymore. I've got kids, 4 boys, 10, 15, 17, and 20. But I even remember my 20-year-old, he would say, let's see. Let's see. And he'd go, okay. Because that's like my reboot. That's like my restart point, you know, throughout my day. I'd get distracted and go do this. And then I come back and I'd be like, okay, let's start over. Hello, FR Humphrey. Nice to see you. Alan, you have an amazing personality in a perfect you have an amazing personality and a perfect for these and are perfect maybe for these Facebook lives. You're extremely funny and humorous and very intelligent, and you always have that positive, uplifting way about you. Oh, Alan, you're gonna make me cry. That is so sweet. That's exactly what I intend to do and to bring to my lives. So thank you. But I don't think it's on Facebook. I think it's just YouTube. Because if it's on Facebook, I don't know how it got there. I've been hiding from Facebook, y'all. You know, the people on Facebook, they're just not like us, okay? I mean, we are them and they are us, but they're not us. All right. Facebook, you got every person you've ever known since kindergarten. And no person should be friends with everybody they've known since kindergarten. That's not natural. Okay? Friends come for a season. What is it? A reason, a season, or a lifetime? Very few are lifetime. But on Facebook, we've got this unnatural friends for a lifetime that we really didn't like that much to begin with. And then there'll be comment and stuff. And I'm like, oh, no. Mm-mm. We ain't doing that. All right, Bubba Baker, are you going to go live with me? Are you going to come on here? Come on now. This is my test run. This is my dry run. And it's going pretty well, but I mean, there's only so much talking to yourself you can do, bub. You can just brush your hair and put on a hat, do something. We can't tell if you stink. You've been to the gym. We can't tell. I just got out of the pool. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right. And then somebody wants to help me optimize my channel. Well, I'm sure that you probably charge a pretty penny for that, digital marketer. Carnivore dog sitter, 19 days. Yoo! Or as Dr. Barry would say, huzzah! Huzzah! Okay. So I'm scrolling back to see if anybody asks any questions. Okay, now go back to the bottom. Oh yeah, Alan, that's what I thought. I have contemplating making another Facebook page, like specifically for this, or I might just kick everybody off of my other one because it's my page and I got like 800 followers on there from where I was making just silly, funny videos about life and, drop. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get caught up here. Hi, Jonna. Hi, Cindy. Jonathan. How's it going, Jonathan? Drop the link, John. Oh, yeah, drop the link for Sophie's channel. I never have got on live with Sophie, and that's supposed to be happening soon, I think. All my lives get all mixed up because I've got my little calendar and I write them. I'm write down like Carnivore live at 7, and then I'll put like Nicole or women's chat or something, and then I have no idea who it's supposed to be with. I'm like, I know Nicole's going to be in it, but I have no idea if she's running it or somebody else is running it. I just get so confused on them that. And also, if I'm just going in other people's lives, like, that's not really, I need to be doing my own thing as well. And y'all, honestly, I love to make videos and I love YouTube, but it's really difficult, I think, to for me to do that, like just to sit down and shoot a video and then edit it and all this stuff. So most of my content, okay, my pool's making a weird noise now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Making a weird noise. Anyway, so that takes a lot of time. I work 3/12s a week at the hospital. Then I've got 4 boys. I got a husband that occasionally likes to, have a little of my time. And although, he also values independence and I'm very independent, so we kind of do our own things while in the same location. So we do good. But yeah, I want to be able to go live more often and I want to feel like more okay about it, and practice is the key, practice makes okay. All right. Excellent. I got some sunshine today. Very good. Sophie has 8 subs. Yay. Yeah, organizing these things is tricky. Nicole's been, I need to show this one. Yeah, so I've been in a couple of lives with Jonathan. This is Jonathan. Everybody go follow Jonathan. He's awesome. He's a big muscular guy that, has a lot of information to provide. I am more of an entertainment value. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Like, I've got the information, I could compile it, but I also have ADHD. So don't know how much of that there's actually going to be on my channel. And also I don't really know which direction I'm headed with my channel. At times I think, okay, this is going to be the Kim channel. And if I want to go to Sam's Club and look at the Halloween stuff and show it, that's what I'm going to do. But then, I get this advice from, some of the bigger YouTube peeps. They're like, oh no, you can't do that. You gotta niche down. You gotta have your niche. Jonathan, you always say that. He says, I am here only, and I repeat, only for education, not for entertainment purposes. Well, Jonathan, you're on the wrong live, honey. You know how I am. Oh, I'm more about experiences, about what is your experience? What's my experience? Yeah, we can throw a little bit of medical information in there, here and there, little bits and chunks. But if I'm a talking head and I just sit here and say, this is cholesterol, this is how cholesterol, this is how your body's affected by cholesterol, and this is how, your diet affects you. It's just, that wouldn't be me. I got to be me. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. So, who can we Yeah, Nicole, the live with, okay. So the live with me, with Cindy, me, Nicole, and Sana is on the 6th. Is that right, Nicole? I'll have to look at my calendar. I have no idea. We might have lost Nicole. Okay. So Jonathan, did you drop Sophie's channel in the comments, Jonathan? Jonathan's from the UK and his girlfriend is Sophie. Let's see. Okay. I was given the advice to not back myself in a corner with the YouTube name, so I'm leaving it as my name. That's a great idea. And that's kind of why my name is Kimberly Lane. And then I put the other on there just to, I guess, I wanted to have nurse somewhere in my name. I saw another nurse that had her name as, blah, 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 BSN RN. I just got my BSN like 20 years into my nursing career, y'all. So I'm pretty proud of it. So I was like, okay. I changed my name from Nurse Mama to Kimberly Lane, BSN RN. However, it is a little boring for me. What I really wanted my name to be is Ketosis the Mostest, because that shows my quirky sense of humor. But I like to kind of know who I'm talking to, like if I'm talking to a doctor and he doesn't have doctor or MD in his name, I don't know at what level I'm talking to, and I'm not saying that laymen can't be just as high or higher knowledge levels than nurses or doctors or whatever. But it's just nice. It's nice to know who you're talking to. So now the sun is creeping over onto my leg, y'all. It's trying to burn me. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, Kim. Your entertainment value is great. Oh, thank you so much. Carnivore muscle. Well, I really appreciate that. Y'all are just so sweet. I swear the carnivore community has been the best. And that's one reason. I know it sounds silly, but that is one reason why I've hesitated to like go back down to the keto world, because I mean, you just feel special when you're a carnivore. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Okay. So, Nicole, will you come on with me? I have a spot for you right here. My mom was an RN for over 40 years. Oh, the story, some sad, some funny. Yeah. We do have the stories. Community value. Community value is number 5 of Professor Bartkay's 5 health hacks. See, that's what I'm all about, is building a community. Like, I can go on people's lives and have them shout me out and, get 100 more subscribers. But if those people are not here for me and they don't know what I'm about, and like I open my mouth and they're like, ooh, listen to that accent, she sounds dumb as hell, or they're offended by a word that I say, those aren't my people, So I hope that they're my people. I would love for them to be my people. I'm so happy that those of you came over from other people's lives when they shouted me out or when I was with other people. But at the same time, I have to be me and have my own unique personality put out there in the world, because anything less would be a disservice to myself and you. I mean, I have had channels online, like not on YouTube, but other places, where I wasn't myself, And two things I noticed. One was I didn't get very many subscribers because it was just shallow fakeness. There was nothing there. And then the subscribers that I got, they would say things, and I'm like, you don't know me at all. I want you to know. I want you to know me. I should be like your friend. It's funny. That's one of my channel names it's on TikTok is Your Friend Kim. And then my other name on there is like Kimberly Lane, but they make you have two names. Anyway, I don't know why, but Carnivore Kip has a similar Southern accent, and he has a successful YouTube channel. Don't let the blast somethings put you down. Okay. I'm not worried about him, honestly. Yeah, he sounds just like my cousin. I told him that. I like him. He's a very genuine guy, and I think that's why a lot of people follow him and like him, is he's very genuine. Another person that I think I noticed from early in my carnivore journey, that I just think that people are going to fall in love with is Robert Bubba Baker. I don't know if he's still here, but I jokingly call him my carnivore brother because we started about the same time. And, we were just always in each other's comments, hyping each other up and stuff. And, he's got his own unique thing going on. And I think what happens sometimes is, in any community, I've seen it with a number of YouTube communities because I've watched a lot. But in any community, whether it's in normal, just everyday life, or whether it's online, there's a certain standard that people start to kind of acclimate to, and they don't want anybody to stray from that. They want to keep everybody in line, and I haven't really seen that much with the carnivore community yet. But I definitely saw it in the keto community. And I mean, keto community, like I'm talking about like 10 years ago. Now it's so big, and it's just not even, it's not really that much of a collective anymore. It's so spread out and big. But, early on, it was, I mean, the keto police, give me a break. Are you serious right now? Are you really trying to regulate a grown person's diet? Seriously? Okay. Connie. Hi, Connie. Okay, this is the pharmacist that has been following you with the same quirky sense of humor. I'm also Southern, slow and draw, but that doesn't mean we're slow otherwise. Oh, I know I'm not slow, honey. Let's see. Keto community, those net carbs don't count. Carnivore community, eat a steak or something. I mean, my new phrase, I'm gonna need to start making shirts, I think, with all this phrasing that I have now. But my new one is gonna be my ribeye meter is getting low. Nicole, you do not want to see my guns. Now stop it. I don't have guns. Do you see this? I have a lot of fat going on. There's no gun there. See? There's nothing. Like, it's just like big fat arms right now. It's not, there might be a little muscle hiding underneath it, okay? But I'll let you know when you can see these guns, okay? I showered, so I smell fresh and so clean. So if you want me to hop on, send me the whoop, whoop, whoop. We're gonna get Nicole in here. All righty. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Invite. Okay. Copy. Maybe send it in Facebook Messenger. Oh, geez Louise. All right, 2 Nicole. Message. Boom. Send. All right, y'all. You're going to have somebody else to look at besides me. Isn't that going to be fun? All right. Now, I need to see how I can tell when somebody's backstage. My leg is on fire. I'm going to have to move my chair or something. I don't know. I'm going to have like a sunburned right leg. Hey, Sana. How are you today? I'm doing an impromptu live. So, oh, here's Nicole. Nicole, how's it going? I can't hear you. Are you muted? Hey.
I showered. I smell so fresh, so clean. I am not live ready, but I'm here to support my girl.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Nicole, I have a question real quick. Why are you not, is your voice not coming through my,
What?
I'm just wondering, is there an echo? Like since you're, okay, so I'm using this to hear, but I can hear you, or to speak, but then I can hear you on this.
Can you hear me?
Normally, huh?
Can you hear me just through your headset now?
No, but normally I can, normally that's, I use it for both. I don't know. I bet it's a setting on my side.
I'm not
Let
sure.
me look real quick. Audio.
Anna, hey, carnivore dog sitter. Welcome to my random appearance. Can everyone hear me?
Let's see.
Can everyone in the chat hear me okay?
Well, I don't know why it's not giving me that choice. I mean, I guess it's okay as long as it's not echoing.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo. Sana said she can hear me. Okay, yeah. I'm coming through. So what's going on? This is your first live. Your first solo.
First live. I got the cicadas and the bugs. I got the wasps swarming and yeah, all the things. I'm just going to be like this now. Just let Nicole talk for a while.
No, this is your show. I'm
Nope.
for one.
I done checked out.
You did checked out. You did good. You did good. And drop this video a like if you think Kim did good for her first solo live. Look at that. I was nervous as hell for my first solo live, and I had Kim.
Were you?
Yeah, I had Kim over there pumping me up. So,
was I? Oh yeah, I was. When I forgot about that.
How many subscribers to upgrade to glorious 1080p?
What'd you say?
Carnivore Muscle, Jonathan, how many subscribers to upgrade to glorious 1080p? I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm trying to get to 1K.
Is he saying that our camera quality's not great? I don't know.
I'm using my webcam on my laptop, and I don't have all my stuff set up because I was chilling on my couch watching, like, drooling all over myself.
That green couch. Wait, am I supposed to be pointing this way?
Oh yeah, no. This
I usually do the opposite. Your green couch?
No, my green couch is behind this thing.
I love it. I love it. Jonathan, you're gonna have to tell me. Is that Jonathan Carnivore Messel?
Yeah, he changed his channel name.
Okay, I was really confused. I'm like, I feel like that's Jonathan. So
Yeah.
he changed his channel name?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't even register to me because I was like, oh yeah, Carnivore Messel. That has to be Jonathan.
Yeah, and he still hasn't dropped Sophie's channel in the chat that I've seen. So sub.
Yeah. Nah, it's StreamYard. Only put 720 unless you buy Ultra Premium, which is that's like $40 a month. Forget that. Oh, thank you, Natalie. You guys are so sweet. I swear it's so funny because like people in the carnivore community, I don't know if it's like the age that we're at or just the maturity level that it takes to stick to a carnivore diet. But we tend to be like just kind of nice people, and we don't really get in people's comment section and say
ugly things and things like that. I am Carrie, from Homestead House moderator. I don't know if he has more than one, but I'm the only one I've ever seen. Yeah, so I'll get in his comment section and I'm like falling asleep because there's nothing to do. I mean, I think I've blocked maybe 3 comments from people ever, and I've been doing it for a few months. So carnivores don't sunburn. I got a little tan. I don't know if it's burned, but got me a little tan. So, so what's going on, Nicole? Where are you headed with your and that's what I wanted to talk about, is where I'm headed now with my carnivore journey.
Well,
So this is my thought, okay? I'm either going to go to ketovore, but still play around with you guys carnivore because, I can't leave y'all. Or, and I mean ketovore, that's pretty carnivore, I think. Or I'm going to do like BBB&E for next month. What do you think?
You're giving up dairy. So when I have to make a correction. So when I said I was giving up dairy, I think it was Susie said, "Does that mean you're giving up butter too?" I can't give up my butter. I cook in butter. That makes me very sad. So I'm changing. I'm changing just no dairy September thing. I think I'm changing it to no cheese September. I need my butter. But I'm all for ketovore because I eat carbs.
Yeah.
I eat my berries. I eat my avocado. I eat cashews because cashews don't bother me. So I'm all for that. It's all for whatever is sustainable for you. I think
Yeah.
B&E is the ultimate elimination diet. It's a good start. It's a good reset. And then if you want to see what works for you, I'm still kind of dabbling here and there to trial and error. Just dabble and start slowly reintroducing things in. I'm all for that. I don't think everyone needs to be zero carb for the rest of their life. I think it's just a good starting point and a good reset.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, some people will probably want to do it forever.
And that's fine. That's them.
Yeah, it's I don't think that's going to be it for me. I would like to get to a point where it will be easier for me and my family to eat together. As it is now, I offer on my meat every time and they're like, okay. And I'm like, I'll even fix you something to go with it. Let me fix you some Brussels sprouts or, some broccoli or whatever. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I would love to get my whole family to do more of a keto thing. But with 3 teenage boys, I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah. I think Connie asked, is anyone going to the meetup in
Oh, wait. Oops. Sorry, Connie.
Carolina 5/12? I'm not. We're actually going away. Labor Day weekend is too close. But I'm thinking, and Kim and I still have to talk because we're both procrastinators, but I'm working with my husband to work out a deal because he travels a lot. So I'm trying to use his miles and hotel points, and I'm trying to go to Kentucky. It's actually my birthday weekend, Kentucky. The Keto Palooza is my birthday weekend. I'm about to be 43, 4-3.
Oh, that's so awesome. I did
Keto
not know that.
Kentucky. So Kim, where are we at? Let's talk about Keto Palooza.
I'm definitely going 100%. I will be there. Okay. Anybody else going?
Or is anyone going to the South? I didn't know about the South Carolina one, actually.
I didn't either, but I mean, that's pretty far for me.
Yeah. There's also the Vid Summit, the same weekend as Keto Palooza in Texas. I actually want to
Hold on, I have to do something.
Oh gosh. I actually want to try to there's boob. It's rated R, folks. No kids allowed. No kids allowed.
I forgot about the camera, y'all. Sorry. I had to move my stuff out of the sun because I have like a lot of electronics in a little bag. Like it's like a little filing bag. And it's right in the sun. And my right leg is being incinerated right now as we speak. Geez. So I feel like I need to lower that down. So keep talking. I'm going to keep talking, but I got to do something real quick.
All right. Our host has left. I'm the host. How's everyone doing in the chat? How's everyone doing in the chat?
Is anybody coming to Louisville?
Yeah, actually, where is everyone from? I don't think I know everyone in the chat. Where's everyone chiming in from? I know Sana, Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Ketos in Florida. Cindy's in Texas, I believe. But where's everyone chiming in from? While we kill time to wait for our host to come back.
Listen, I am moving a tent right now, okay?
Oh,
I got a big
you're in Kentucky. I saw a recent video where you were in Texas, so I thought you were from Texas. Okay. So you'll be at Keto Palooza then, I take it, right, Cindy? We got Indianapolis. Are we supposed to say that we appreciate that? Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciated it.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Okay. Well,
oh my God, I just got soaked too. So I have this little, the little pop-up tent things. What are they called? Canopy, whatever.
Canopy.
Yeah. So I want to get a gazebo for out here, but in the meantime, I just keep getting these pop-up canopies, and they'll get water on top of them, and you can't really see it. And so I just dumped water all over the right side of my body. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, your body before you dumped water on it.
I'm putting on a show, y'all.
Chad's here. What's up, Chad? Jonathan says, "Can I get extra front double bicep for the day? Helps me sleep knowing others are trying to make some gains."
You got double pecs today, okay? We can't show
single pec.
Okay, y'all. Look, I'm not trying to get kicked off of YouTube.
What is it? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Kim's channel is now an OnlyFans channel. Subscribe now.
Oh my God. We'll talk about Carnivore, and I might lift things across my computer for you. Subscribe. $5 a month.
Ooh.
I mean, if it'll get me out of nursing,
No.
I'm just kidding. I love nursing. I really do. I do. But we have this thing in nursing. We're always like trying to think of our next scheme to get us out of nursing, when we have bad days and stuff. So yeah, we'll come up with all kinds of jobs that we could do.
Yeah. What are some of the jobs you come up with besides YouTube?
Well, it used to always be stripper, but
I'm sorry, you said
none of us really wanted to do that, so. Huh?
You said stripper?
Yeah, stripper.
Oh, that makes sense now.
I mean, no, I was never one, but we would me and my friends at work, we'd say, I'm just forget this. I'm going to be a stripper because it's not worth it. But we never did that. None of us ever did that. So, we just, we'll come up with like YouTube channels, or some of them will say they're going to do OnlyFans. One girl actually did OnlyFans.
Oh,
hey, no judgment here. You do you.
Whatever pays the bills.
England, which is in the UK, apparently. I have a question about this, Jonathan. As you know, my people are from England, and we've always called it England, okay? However, a few years ago, everybody started calling it the UK. And I mean, I know what the UK is. I know it's not just England, right? But does anybody say England anymore besides me and my family? Because I feel like they don't, and I feel really weird every time I say it. So let us know in the chat. Let us know. So, does anybody else want to join our live? All you have to do is go to StreamYard.com. I will send you a link. You click on it. You have to have a camera and a mic, and that's it. And you're on just like that.
And you have to have clothes on. Pants are optional, but you have to have at least on.
Yeah, you at least have to have overalls over whatever you're wearing.
Something, yeah. And be far away from the camera.
I'm going to have to watch that back and see what you guys really saw. I have no clue. Sophie is a paramedic assistant. Nursing is a superpower. Woo, woo. I love nursing. I do. I joke around about it, but you know, it's of course it was very, very, very difficult during you know, the time we went through about 3 years ago. But I love it. I mean, I'm primarily the charge nurse now, but I do love bedside nursing. And I actually have better days usually on my bedside nursing days. So, yeah. Although most of the people that I started nursing with have gotten away from the bedside, so they think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think y'all are crazy going to 5 days a week from 3 days. Who does that? I mean,
That's
not
true.
me. Bubba, are we? I'm scrolling back here. Sana, do you want to join?
She's about to cook and record something on her new old GoPro for the YouTubes. She's got
Her
some
new old.
Yeah, it's a new GoPro she bought years ago that is never used. She just took it out of the box.
Sana, same girl, same.
Really?
I have got a new old GoPro. It's an 8. I bought it like on Prime Day, never used it, don't even know how to use it. So maybe we could learn together.
I'm bringing my camera. It's a vlogging camera. Now I don't vlog. I might be outgoing on this, but if you make me vlog, I'm so awkward. But like I'm bringing it to Kentucky and I'm gonna vlog in Kentucky. I'm gonna vlog Keto Palooza. You should bring your GoPro and vlog.
Yes. I have a chest strap too. So
yeah.
I mean
that makes sense.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay. I mean, we're working with a lot here. I don't know. There could be a lot of malfunctioning going on.
So I'm excited. Jonathan will actually be excited for me. We just went on Amazon today and ordered a Ninja Creamy. So I'm about to make me some protein ice cream homemade. I have to wait a month or two because it's sold out in every single store. It's so popular. It takes forever to arrive. I'm going to get it at the end of September, beginning of October.
I swear I just saw one at Sam's Club the other day.
So, yeah, at every store.
Or Costco.
Everything's sold out. But yeah, we just ordered it though.
So I've been wanting one of those, but I didn't want to derail myself early in my, carnivore journey. Yeah. But now I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't even know what you guys are making it out of, and that was another thing I didn't know what to make it out of.
Heavy whipping cream, milk, and protein powder is what I'm using.
Okay. Okay, let me see. I've been sending a few links of Kimberly's site as I had a few questions about Oh, well, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Chad? Is that Chad?
Yeah, that's Chad, yep.
I think so, yeah. It's so hard to... Everybody should have their, real name in parentheses.
Yeah.
parentheses.
I'll be doing a live with Chad, Dave, and Alia, I think on the 24th. Yeah, I believe that's the 24th. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. There's so many lives, I'm getting them confused. Sana said she can join.
Right now?
Yeah, right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Okay, Sana, I'm going to send your invite. Messenger. I'm so glad we're all on Facebook together now. That's made it a lot easier.
And was like, I want to go solo live. And then she said, you did good, though. You were solo for almost the first time.
I mean, y'all made me sweat it out for long enough.
I know. You were ignoring my messages. I said I'll come on.
Or were you sending them on Messenger?
No, on here.
Or on here.
Yeah.
I was just talking, yakking. See, I'm good at yakking. I can just talk constantly. But, it may not contain any useful information. That's why I have to go through and I do my truck chats and then I cut out the long pauses or the times when I'm just looking at the camera going,
yeah,
dazed off.
I recorded that video that dropped today with Dr. Salisbury. I recorded that twice because the first time I recorded it, I was going to edit it and I noticed that no sound was coming out. I recorded it the entire time with my mic off.
Oh God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
It was an epic fail.
It was an interview with a doctor?
No, it was my Dr. Salisbury, the pioneers of carnivore, like the carnivore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to
Well,
record it twice because my mic was off for the entire first one. So you see my mouth moving, but nothing was coming out.
Yeah. Okay, good, Jonathan. So he says only proud English people say England. Those that don't want to be called out or aren't patriotic will say UK. Welsh, Scottish, and Northern Irish will say that they're from UK because they're small. So I'm just going to keep saying England. Okay. We're going to add Sana to the stream. Hey, Sana. Okay. Yay!
Making sure I'm not on mute.
We're having an impromptu women's chat.
Yeah. Chad, you want to come on? You want to bring
Chad?
Chad,
Do it. Do it.
Just do it.
No peer pressure. Do it.
Do it now. Okay, we won't sing that song. All right. Chad, do you want to come?
No pressure.
No pressure, Chad. Come on. So, Sana, what have you been up to today?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I have literally been shopping like all weekend long.
Oh.
We drove, call us crazy, but I had found out about like a new Costco. And I don't know if I just have like an obsession with Costco now because I was just so scarred by Sam's Club. But we had found out like an hour away, there's like a new Costco and it's supposed to be like a bougie Costco. So I was like, I gotta see this Costco.
I thought
And
Costco was bougie anyway.
It was no, like I will have to take a picture next time we go there or like pull up pictures on Google, but it was like the most fanciest Costco that I've ever seen. Like just like the way that they designed it, like even the outside, you know how like they all kind of have like a basic look to them? No, like this one, they designed the whole entire building with like this artsy like look to it. I was like, oh yeah, we're in for
Where
some
is it?
bouginess. The area, it's called Vieira here in Florida.
Oh, okay.
But it's in the Melbourne, Florida area. So we
Oh, okay.
went there, stocked up on like a lot of meats and stuff, and on the drive home, we hit up like an outlet store. And today I ended up having to go to Walmart, which is definitely not ever fun for me because our Walmarts here in Florida get crazy, crazy busy.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
noticed.
that has
Every time I
been
go
like
down
my
there.
weekend. Oh yeah, we're notorious for like everything that shows up on that it's like
People
that
of Walmart.
trending thing, the people of Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those pictures are from Florida Walmarts.
I'd say probably an equal amount are from Kentucky.
I laugh with Nicole sometimes because both her and I are from New Jersey. So here I went from being like related to the Jersey Shore to now in Florida being related to the people of Walmart. I'm telling you, I cannot win.
Same. I go in Walmart and well, they had to close one of them down because it was getting really bad. But this particular Walmart, it was more like a neighborhood Walmart. And I would go in there and 2 different times in probably a 3-year period, there were straight up fights going on at the registers. I mean, like people screaming at each other, like getting ready to throw down.
Damn.
And it's just like, okay, keep walking.
Yeah.
I have a question for the people in the chat.
Yeah.
There are a couple people who said they have a Ninja Creamy and they love it, and they use Keto Chow with it. So I don't use keto products anymore. Please, someone explain what Keto Chow is because I have no idea what Keto Chow is. I've seen them, but I don't know what is it. What is it that you add to your Ninja Creamy?
Keto Chow is like a replacement. It's like a replacement meal shake that the Keto Chow people make. The ones that make the mineral drops that Dr. Berry, basically it's like a collaboration with him.
No, I'm good. I'll stick with protein.
They have like daily minerals, electrolytes, but yeah, that is like that's kind of like their first like kickoff of their product was those replacement shakes because they had like one of their children that needed something that still allowed them to get, a well-balanced meal in. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how like the product came about. But I mean, it is like a lot of them, like they pride themselves because it is like minimal carbs is what they
Yeah.
pride themselves on. And then you're still getting, your fat source because everyone's choosing like whatever fat source they're using in the shake, whether it be like heavy whipping cream, butter. So I mean, I hear difference of opinion. Like some cannot incorporate them at all because they end up gaining, but some like they do well. Like I even know some that they do like an altered version of carnivore and they incorporate the keto chow because they'll
Well,
use it to do like the creamies and stuff like that, like what they're talking about in the chat. They'll make creamies out of them. And
Interesting.
they'll do kind of like an OMAD where, they'll have like a meat heavy carnivore meal. And then like say if they do end up getting hungry, towards the evening, they'll just go in with like a pint of like the creamy mixed with a keto chow is what they'll do.
It sounds good to me.
Chad just said he'll come on.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I literally just smeared melted Carmex all over my lips. Like it was
She
like a big melted
I'm
mess.
telling you, you are not disappointing today. Look at her.
Never,
Ooh, look.
never. Okay.
She's even applying it with her finger too. We getting risque over here. Ooh.
I just want to make sure it's not like smeared all over.
I mean,
Okay.
She going all Moulin Rouge on us now,
yeah, we need to get Chad on here so we can have some sort of order.
right?
You're gonna have to order in the court. I'm gonna gavel. I need a gavel.
She want to go Judge Judy style.
Hey, if I make an Amazon wish list and put a gavel on it and one of those tall Barbie skirts and like a crown or a tiara, will y'all get it for me?
Oh,
No,
you may have a few that do.
I feel like I need to be dressed up for these occasions.
I will not
Have
buy.
y'all seen that?
Oh my gosh.
I know you haven't, Nicole, but has anybody seen the girl on TikTok where she comes on and like she dresses like this like queen every time and she has this little wand and it's hilarious and she has fangs.
Oh, I have not
Anyway,
seen this.
probably just
I don't
me. I
have
watch
a
all kinds of
TikTok
stuff.
account. Like if I do see anything from TikTok, it's like when they're sharing the reels on
Yeah.
Facebook. That's when I come across it.
Me too.
But that one I have
got
not
deep
seen.
into TikTok at the
I'm sure
beginning.
now that we talked about it, it's gonna show up on my Facebook now because
You'll
that's
see it
how it
now.
works.
I put it out into the ethos. Okay, so Chad, the only problem I have is I don't think you're on my
Link in the chat.
How am I going to
Put the link in the chat here. Just let him click on the link. In the chat. Yeah.
Oh, you're so smart, Nicole. Look
I
at
read some
you.
sort of order.
You are so smart.
Subscribe to my channel now. Help me get to 1K, please. I just with a good idea.
Yes. Everybody, listen, our next live, well, this one too, but our next one is specifically going to be like, let's get Nicole to 1K.
Oh,
all right.
No.
Yes. Yes,
Next.
ma'am. Now, see, you done planted the idea. So you
What's
can't.
wrong with that? We're supporting you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, her content is just like,
I
me-
know. I know. Like
Love
I
it.
was reading some comments on some of her stuff and I absolutely love her stuff.
Thank you.
me too. And the video today that you did with Amanda, the nurse practitioner,
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh,
An assistant.
finally, one of my medical people that's actually out here speaking the truth, that's actually working in the hospital still, because, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I mean, Dr. Chafee, he's over in Australia, so that doesn't really count because,
Yeah.
But I mean, we have to stick together and we have to
Right.
be able to vocalize like what we really are about, And it's hard when you have a job working in a
Yeah.
hospital.
Jonathan says I'm a low carb bully. Apparently, this coming from this, I'm a bully. I eat carbs. How am I a low carb bully?
Apparently.
So inappropriate.
He's
Okay,
joking.
are you coming? Oh, there's Chad. There's Chad. Sorry, Chad. We get to talking.
Hey, hey.
Okay,
Chad, what's up?
my audio isn't set so I can hear me talking, but can you guys hear me talking?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just can't hear myself. It's kind of weird.
Oh yeah. I don't guess I
Yeah.
can either. With this in. I just
Well,
hear
usually I
myself.
can just get it through but I've got these on rather than my small ones, and I use
Okay,
this
yeah.
Rode Streamer X thing for the camera and stuff, but it's kind of buggy and it crashes and it keeps crashing and then it takes out, you know what I mean? My
Yeah.
return of my audio, I guess.
Well, we are not audiophiles here, so you are good.
I like tech, but it's just weird. It's just weird because I'm used to hearing my own voice come back through my headphones, I guess.
Yeah.
Really?
You know?
That you like hearing
Yeah.
yourself?
I do, just so I know where I'm balancing in with people, but
Ah,
the nerdy
there's my puppy.
side of me.
Puppy. My
Nice.
husband is a tech person, so he's like he's my helper. He's my production manager.
Yeah. It's like
So
me
he'll
for
do
my wife
anything from
and
bring me a can of
her
sardines
business.
to,
yeah.
you help her with her business.
Yeah. Even though
What
I'm
is
like
your-
all in this coffee thing, like quitting, like trying, I always say trying to quit. It's so funny how people read into that. Like, you can't make me quit. I'm just saying try. I still even like get beans for her cold brew and let her drink coffee.
oh, nice. Oh, that's a cute
But
little
yeah.
doggy.
This is Edie.
Aw.
Hey, Doogie.
She's rotten.
I like dogs. I like all animals.
She is my dog, but she's attached to me.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I
Now you
have been
got a
sending people
sub,
though. I had like
Nicole.
3 or 4 questions. It was so funny. Like that one video that blew up, like all these people were asking me about Candida, and I'm like,
Oh wow.
I got no clue, but I know somebody. So I don't know if you saw that, but you know what I mean? I tried to send you
Well,
that
thank
because
you.
I figured if you can see it and jump in and say something. I told a couple of them, I say, just go over there to her site, just comment on one of her things saying, hey, you know, I'm over here. Somebody said you could help. But, you know, I think some people are kind of shy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
But man, that's what
hopefully
that's what the
they ask
community's
me
for. Like, get answers. Go to
Yeah.
people that know what they've got going on.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And I've had this going on for 30 years. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the Candida master.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing that's cool about like getting to know kind of everybody, even since I started. It's like now I know I can go, oh, you know what I mean? Now that I'm speaking up, it's nice to know who can do what and where. And like even today, there was a guy like, oh, my arthritis isn't good for like, 6 months, this arthritis thing. And so I was like, oh, and I copied that video of Dave jumping off his stairs in that one video that he did about his arthritis. And I'm like, go over here and ask him. And, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, some people are just nervous to post personal stuff in a public forum, like YouTube comments and stuff. So
Yeah.
some people are just nervous about that. But I do want to say one thing. Thank you so much, Peachy, for the sub. I definitely I appreciate you. Yeah, I definitely appreciate this community for sure. This community is awesome.
Yep.
Oh. Hi, Kip. Do you want to join us, Kip? The link is in the chat if you do.
Carnivore
There.
ice cream, baked goods, savory recipe has 2/3 of daily vitamins per serving. Interesting. Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
check.
so keto chow people are like the people that made it, they're like legit. They're not making just crap like you go to Walmart
Right.
and see keto on products.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been following a lot of keto people for enough years to know that, and like I've seen the founders speak on it and stuff.
Is it
And
the
Right.
it's legit. Like it's not
Yeah.
garbage.
It's Chris and Miriam is
Are
who
they the
the
two
founders are. Huh?
Two crazy ketos?
No, Chris and Miriam, Two Crazy Ketos, they inspired some flavors, but so they promote it because they love incorporating keto chow. So you'll see them promote it a lot, almost as
That's
if
why I
they're
thought
like
they were the
co-founders.
Oh, there's Kip.
Hey,
What's up?
Hey,
How's it going?
Thank you.
No, we
I've
got
never
this
been online with you yet, bud. So how's it going,
Me
brother?
either.
It's going good. I've seen you in videos. I've just never got a chance to talk
Yeah,
to you,
and
man.
And I keep wanting to. We got to get, you know what I mean, together sometime and stuff. And it's like, it's funny because I love barbecue and I watch a lot of barbecue guys, but I just can't. I might be able to get a pellet stove in our yard, kind of the way like the HOA is, and you know what I mean. I'd love to get a stick burner, but it's like, you know. So I'm always like,
feel like
oh,
I
I'm
need to
kind of
go
jealous of that guy and his stick burners and all his goodies.
Nothing
I feel
beats
like
a
I
stick
need to go
burner,
to
okay?
his.
Yeah. What's
I
that,
need to
Kimberly?
go to his site. I'm sorry to interrupt, guys. I try to not do that, but it's inevitable. I need to go to Kip's page and just like look at some of his older videos, probably, and learn some stuff because, yeah, I use my air fryer for everything, and I really want to branch out and to do some like really good quality meat. You know.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question, y'all. It says it's got a thing over here that says join the chat. Would that, if I hit that button, will it throw me out of the
No,
live stream?
I had to do that too, Kip. You hit that
Yeah.
button and just connect your Facebook to the chat so you can if you want to type in the chat. I had to do that too. It won't kick you out.
Same
Well,
here.
I
Yeah.
don't have Facebook, but can I connect through YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is on YouTube.
Okay.
You have to connect to your YouTube because we're not Kim is only streaming. We're not streaming, so we don't have access to connect to the chat unless you click that button.
Okay. All right,
So, can you stream it to your channel?
No, I don't have that option.
I think
I
you'd have
can
to
stream
set.
it to- I can
I think
stream
you
to
have
my
to set it
channel.
up. Yeah.
See, this is the thing. I literally just got this today, like the actual one where you can host yourself.
Are you paying
So,
$20 a month?
what?
Are you paying the $20 a month?
Yeah, 25 actually.
Okay, yeah, whatever it is, then yeah, I don't know. I don't see the stream to your audience in the thing. So
You have to go and go
No.
to one of your settings, I think, beforehand. There's one of
Yeah.
your settings that allows you to
Oh.
invite guests.
so it's on Kim's settings. Yeah, you have to toggle that button
Yeah.
to be able
There's
to
like
Okay, well,
something,
we'll
a
figure that out
toddler
for next time.
checkbox.
That way we can make sure we're streaming everywhere.
This was improv, but Jonathan, you can
Yeah.
pop on for a minute. You don't have
It's
to
like
stay.
I don't do it with more than 4
I
people.
don't typically either because it's
No.
too much. But yeah, Jonathan, just pop on for a minute. You can hop right off. Just pop
Oh
on.
wait, I'm gonna check it right now, guys. Hold on.
Oh, we got
There
it.
you
Oh
go.
yeah, there it is.
Hold on.
Guest must
You
authenticate.
worked your
Where's that?
magic.
Let me stream.
Okay.
Oh no, I need a thumbnail. Wait,
Is it
do I?
working?
Let me see here.
I'll see what happens if I do this.
It's probably going to ask us about a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Let me see if it works. Let's see.
I'm gonna put general chat, just having fun for a title. I think.
Yeah, looks
Just
like
trying
it
to
went
drag
through.
Impromptu live.
Well, mine's saved.
Great.
so
Now I got to
we
figure out
shall
how to
see.
spell impromptu.
I just put spontaneous. It's easier.
Oh, that's not easier for me and my dumb dyslexic head.
IMPROMPTU.
I got it. I cannot spell to
Good.
save my life.
I was the
Well,
third grade spelling
I
bee.
think I might be live too now. Let me see.
Yep, it did work.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
I think it just took my for the thumbnail. It just took like a screen like of my heading thing. It looks like that my title because it has that steak with the minimalist carnivore thing on there.
Well, and you can go back in and later and change it, you know.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
And what I've been doing too, y'all, and this probably sounds crazy, but you know how when you stream to YouTube, it puts your lives over in a separate section, like where nobody pretty much goes.
Right.
And I'm sure it showed it initially, but I have been going into YouTube Studio and downloading the live and then re-uploading it as a video. That way it goes in my list of videos. So when people come to my page, they can see it easily without having to go, you know.
Yeah.
And I've gotten like twice as many views out of it. So
I see people on my side of the chat coming in. They're probably wondering
Oh, hey,
what happened.
everyone.
I just joined. I think I'm connected.
Yep.
Well, this was unexpected. I just had an idea.
was
I had a wild
Right?
hair.
The chat is blowing
Invited
up
some of my
now.
friends.
Yeah. I think I've got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
just
fun
like
to do.
Chad
It was
said, I
fun.
am envious of Kip's cooking over there, all
Yeah.
his barbecuing, but most of all, I am envious of Shirley, his smoker.
That's my baby there. I love that
Oh
thing.
my goodness.
One day, if I get to a better property and lot to do
Right?
that, I will. See, and it's
Yeah,
funny
well, that's a
because
beaut
do you
right
ever do you ever
there.
smoke with mesquite?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but I don't really prefer it for longer cooks. I like it for small
Okay.
cooks because it can overpower the meat.
Yeah.
But for short cooks, it works good. But for longer cooks, I use things like hickory, oak, pecan, cherry, stuff like that.
Okay. Because in the islands we call it cave, is the same as mesquite, and I always was used to cooking on cave all the time. So it's just kind of like a flavor that resonates to home. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? When those things that, and it's strong, but we always did it just like, shorter, more grilling than barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
No, I totally get that. The nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It may be just me, but whenever I post a comment, it's showing like 5 comments in the chat. And
Yeah, you have
like,
it connected to your Facebook too?
well, I'm not linked to my Facebook, but I don't know if it's just because the way we set it up. Because for any of my viewers that are watching, we just created like last minute. I hopped in this live stream and then
That's the same
they got
for
it
me.
set up to
Yeah, I just
they-
tested it. It's doing the same.
yeah. So we're just on the fly and just having fun chatting together.
Yeah, what's up, Sean? Carnivore Truckers here. Karen's here. Wow, we got a lot more people in here. FR Humphrey,
Yeah.
Mama Bear.
Okay. I have a question for everyone. I'm going to
Bible
start it
reading
off.
bears in here. I like that name. That's a cute name.
Susan, Annette.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, question, are you guys going to be doing anything special challenge wise for yourself in the month of September? Nicole and I are probably going to be doing and Sana
Yes.
are going to be trying a dairy free challenge. With the exception of butter. We're going to keep our butter.
Yes.
So,
most definitely.
anybody doing anything special?
I am for the month of September for sure.
What are you doing?
I came up with this thing called because I'm crazy and be thinking crazy and stuff. So it's like the line diet, but it's called the sea line diet. And so for the month of September, I'm only going to be and Carnivore Trucker, he's working on it with me. We're working on some stuff for it. And we're going to see about getting some people from my channel. I've already had multiple people because the word kind of got out. People were in the comment sections of the live asking stuff about it and talking about it. So it kind of got out there. So for the month of September, I'm going to be doing the sea lion diet. And if anybody else wants to join me in doing it, that'd be cool.
I'm good.
Can you give some like sneak information of what that consists of?
Diet?
Think about the word like, okay, so you have line diet and then we put the word sea at the beginning. So anything that comes out the water and included with the line diet. So it's basically
what I'm
like
thinking.
like
surf and turf.
like seafood and line diet together.
Yeah,
I already kind of do that. I have
That's a good
salmon once in a
combo.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, that just did. Oh, crud.
What about you, Chad?
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to start, I guess, working out with intention. So I'm actually going to, it's weird because at 6 years old, after losing all the weight, I don't really want to take my shirt off and take a picture of myself, but I'm going to do that for like a thumbnail. Even though, I taught diving on a boat and I never wore a shirt for like 20 years. I was okay with it. But so my big thing is just kind of new journey begins, like actually wanting to put on muscle at 60 years old and, let people watch and see what happens. And
that's
go for
awesome.
Because to me, it's like
We
this
will be here
never-ending
for it.
story. If you remember that movie, even, you know what I mean? It's just like this, just stuff never ends.
I
So
think
I
this
think
is the
that's
first
what's
time
good.
that I've talked to Sana too. Like me and her, when I first started my carnivore journey, I started talking to her a good bit in the beginning, but I don't think we've ever streamed together or anything like that. So it's pretty cool that I hopped
No,
in here and
not
she was on.
yet.
I don't know if we have either. I think we did one time somehow, I want to think, but I can't remember. Sana, you and
No,
I.
and like
No, this
Kip,
is
oh my, this is the first. This is the
okay.
first.
That's
Only
cool then.
Nicole. Yeah, only Nicole I've streamed with so far. But no, Kip, I remember when Kip, oh my gosh, I want to say I was like his 25th subscriber.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
She was from the
wow.
beginning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like literally from the beginning, I've been following his journey.
Oh yeah, that's why I
So
was
it's
glad
been
whenever I hopped on here and
amazing.
I seen you in the chat. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
I think too, so people know from our things, like some of my chats not coming through. I think some of it's kind of funky because I keep getting like 6 postings of the same thing. If you guys are
Yeah,
getting
me
that,
too.
just so all you guys know in the thing, if something doesn't come up right, it's kind of a weird thing. I think because it was just thrown together and everybody's like, yeah, I'll join.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question. It's from Mama Bear Lynette. She said, if you were cleaning out your refrigerator right now and we're going to make a casserole out of everything that's in there, what would it include?
Oh.
Let's go Nicole, Sana, Kip, and Chad. And
Oh,
then me.
this is gonna be weird because I did a lot of cooking yesterday. So mine would include steak, pot roast, cream cheese, eggs. I think I also made sausages, bacon. It's gonna be like a meat casserole with cream cheese, and then if we're counting my husband's stuff, then we're gonna have Diet Coke. We're gonna have rate 0. And I think he has a bunch of ranch dressings and stuff in there. So it's going to be a meat casserole with cream cheese and some husband sauces and Diet Coke.
I mean, it sounds pretty mid, Nicole. I'm not going to lie. Sana, you're next.
Oh my gosh. I think, and it's funny too, because some of ours are probably going to be very similar because I have ribeye steaks that are in there now. I have some shrimp that is thawing out. And what else do I have there? There's cream cheese, all blocks of like different cheese because we just went to Costco yesterday and Costco is like the mecca of like all your variety of cheeses. So yeah, I would just say ribeye, shrimp, and just all like the cheeses together would be my casserole.
All right. Kip.
For
A bunch of meat.
for me, there we don't keep a lot of stuff in the fridge anymore, so it would probably be just meat, and then there may be some cheese in there. We'd find a way to use milk because we always keep milk because my daughter, she loves to drink it, and so there'd probably be some baby food in the casserole because like
Baby food kit. What kind? What flavor?
I don't know. Well, I guess it's people food, but like yogurt, like she gets like little yogurts or whatever, and then strawberries and carrots and things like that. So that'd probably be our casserole. What about y'all or whoever
Chad?
was next?
Yeah. I'm gonna just like I've got 2 kids and a wife, so there's a lot of mixture of stuff. Like they made some kebabs with salmon and some other veggie stuff. So there's a lot of that. But like for my stuff, it would literally be just the chuck roast that I made earlier today and 2 kinds of cheese because I'm still testing cheese for my no gallbladder issue. I'm really pretty minimal on what I have in there. On the Costco cheese, did you see they had that Gruyere cheese or Gruyere, however you want to pronounce it, that's made out of raw?
We
I don't
picked
know if
that up.
yeah, that is
We
good.
picked
My
it up.
wife loves it. I've been
I think it was
doing that.
was it Switzerland or something? It had some flag on it or some
It's a
symbol.
French, I
French,
I
believe.
need to check
yes.
that out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
And
it.
it's
Yes,
actually
I think
with
so.
raw milk and it's super creamy and good. And then I had this other aged cheese because I'm trying all these aged A2 cheeses is what I'm doing. And one of them is like this weird, it's kind of like not like Parmesan, but it's something else, like another Reggiano or something like that. But it's kind of weird grainy and I don't really like it. but I'm gonna
All
eat
right,
it up.
so for me, it's going to be some ribeye. I've got some thin ribeye and some thick ribeye because I eat ribeye just about every day. The sardines aren't in the fridge, so you guys got lucky there. We got lots of cheeses. We got all the cheeses. We got cheese sticks, shreds, all that stuff because I've got kids and stuff. And then what else? We've definitely got some cream cheese, and I mean it's a pretty boring casserole for me, really. Not anything exciting. All right, so let's see here. I saw a question. Where was it? Y'all put a Q in front of your questions because there's so many messages. Sometimes it's hard to, sort them out. But Jonathan wants us to show a bicep update with a new guest.
Oh, I flexed earlier today, so I think I'm exempt from this.
What is he talking?
Yeah.
He wants to see the gun
He
show.
wants to see
Guns,
He
yeah.
wants to see a gun
Man, I
show,
don't even
y'all.
got- all I
It's
got
not
is
a knife
little
show.
BB
It's a
gun.
gun show.
All I got.
I
is
don't
little
have
BB
much
guns.
muscle yet.
I don't have.
Yeah,
much
I don't
muscle.
either.
I have
Mostly
not
fat.
worked on anything
But
muscular,
some
so you're gonna
there's some there for
see
my age, but
There you go. Yeah,
you're
there
gonna
you
see
go.
my
it's gonna
mama
get better.
arms, and
That's gonna
it.
get way better.
We should show how much does your arm jiggle underneath?
Oh yeah, right.
Luckily, I
That
don't have
got.
that
Mine used to
really.
not jiggle, but now that I'm loosened a little bit, it's kind of thinning out a little
Right.
bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a little more jiggly.
Got some good tricep muscles going on down there.
They already see
Oh,
that
I
with me
don't
because
know.
I do. Look, I'm like 390 pounds, and I post jogging videos, and trust me, it ain't pretty, y'all.
I love it, kid.
I
I
show
love
them
it.
everything already.
Sean, Carnivore Trucker, likes my gag noise. Blech.
Oh, every time.
My retired Bob wants me to record that and put it on my soundboard. I need to figure out how to do that.
Oh, this
Oh
is
my
a good
gosh.
question right here because I was also curious.
Kip,
Oh.
any negative repercussions after eating 24 eggs last night? Which I saw that and I was like, good God.
Right.
Gertie.
Well, actually, Sean made it through it, and Dave made it through it. I didn't make it through it. Like,
Okay.
which part of it could have been the fact that that I had already ate earlier in the day. We had a party that we went to at like 3 p.m. So I had ate pulled pork and hot dogs and like some type of cheese dip or something. So I ate that already, and then once we did the challenge, I was able to eat 18 of the eggs, but I wasn't able to finish it. But there was no repercussions. I mean, I just I tooted a little bit last night, but
We call those the egg poop.
yeah.
So where are each of us from? I am from Kentucky.
I don't know what's the order. I'll go.
Go.
I'm a Jersey girl living in Northern Virginia, about 20 miles outside of Washington, D.C. Sana.
I am also a Jersey girl living in South Florida.
I'm a Bama boy through and through, and I still live in Alabama. I've been here my whole life.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix these days, but moved here from Maui. So kick me in the head for that move.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. What part of South Florida, Sana?
We're
Which side?
considered the Treasure Coast, so we're like right smack in the middle. So we're like 45 minutes north of West Palm Beach and about like an hour and a half from Orlando.
My one buddy who's, I think he's still on here, maybe is from Naples. We actually looked at Naples. We almost were looking at between Naples and here when we moved from the islands.
Naples is gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we drop our links, channel names?
Can you drop our links, because we're like mine and Sana's, we're getting like 6 messages for ours. It's I don't want to flood the message chat with 6 different messages with my channel.
Yeah, because it does say
Doing that
here
36 times if I type a comment. That's why I'm not in the comment section.
Yeah.
Okay, at Mrs. Perfect Keto, is that it? Perfectly Imperfect Keto, right?
Yes.
Oh, a bee.
Oh, you know what I'll do? Yeah.
Oh God, hold on. Remain calm.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
What is that?
It's a B.
A B? Uh,
I put on hand lotion. Okay. Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto sauna. Okay. And then
I'll throw my link.
Chad is at Minimalist Carnivore.
Yeah, I'll put a fully
Oh.
linky.
Chad,
okay.
how
And then
once in the chat?
Kip, are you just at Carnivore Kip?
You can search me that way. You can do at Carnivore Kip and I'll come up.
Is it underscore or
I can't even remember. Okay, it's like it's
Let me
probably
see.
all one word?
it's probably all one
okay,
word.
oops.
Yeah, it's Carnivore Kip BBQ.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
Oh,
BB.
Y'all,
With
it'll
the
come up. It'll come up.
yeah, with the
And
Ansible
then
cast iron.
Yeah, it's
I
at
am-
Carnivore Kip. It's all one word.
Yeah.
and that's me.
Did the one? Yeah.
All right, did I
Okay.
get them all right, guys?
I believe so.
I'm trying to see where the chat is. I see a couple questions in there too.
We got some questions.
Oh, so
I saw one
FR
there from
Humphrey,
Susan. Yeah. I don't know.
FR Humphrey said that multiple posts are just in the StreamYard side, not in the chat. So that's good to know.
Oh, so you guys aren't seeing mine and Sana's like posts like 6 different times? That's actually good to know because we're seeing it 6
Yeah.
different times on our
I
side.
mean,
That's
it
what
doesn't
I'm
bother
seeing
me,
a bunch
guys.
of that.
It's
Yeah.
it's fine if you guys want to. Y'all want
I
to?
saw there was that one
Yeah.
question. It's 301 on my end. I don't know what it is on your end from Susan Hampton.
Here.
Right after you put in Nicole's link.
The hanging arm
Okay,
fat
I'm scrolling down. Hold on.
after reaching your goal. You got it. That's a muscular thing. You just got to tone up. But yeah, the less fat you have on your arms, that's what that is, the jiggle. So
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going in order. So this was the next question.
Okay. I'll hit that one because I got kids 14 and 19 if you want once real quickly from that
Go ahead.
age group. I don't force it. If they want to do it, my boy eats a ton. My daughter, not so much. I want him to do clean keto, but I also think it's tough for them in social situations and whatever. So yeah, would it be optimum? Maybe, but I think it's healthy. Yes, I definitely think it's perfectly fine and healthy. I don't know about younger what I would do, but I'd probably still make them eat. I think I'd make it very heavily. I think they'd be like a 70% carnivore if they were younger, if I'd redo it. And I don't care if they have a few things, just so again, in those situations, if it came up, they could do it if they wanted to, because, even though I am definitely carnivore, I'm fine with people eating what they want.
I can give like a little insight because I've been carnivore for almost 8 months now. Previously, before I was keto for 4 years. And my kids, as well as my husband, they continue on with keto. And although my kids, they just kind of like accidentally, they're more ketovore, if anything. It's tricky with kids because my kids are 6 and the oldest is going to be 15, and they still enjoy some keto type of stuff. So I would think, they're not having anything standard American diet, which is the important thing for me. They came away from a lot of the processed nonsense that's out there. So I kind of think when it comes to kids, can we have their way of eating be perfect? Yeah, but then again, I don't want them to have an unhealthy relationship like I did with food. I want to be able to do the best that I can and kind of educate them in the way that, yeah, is there unhealthy choices out there? Yes. But, are these better choices even if I give them like a too good yogurt? Some people might come at me, oh, why are you still giving them that yogurt because it has sugar in it? It's still a lot better than a lot of the choices I could be giving them out there. But as far as carnivore, when it comes to kids, I say you have to kind of figure just to do the very best. It does not necessarily have to be carnivore, even if you have to go more of a keto route with them. that is absolutely 100 times better than the stuff that they could be eating on the standard American diet. So that's just my little insert there, only because I have kids that 4 years now. They've been on keto and they absolutely love it.
Who's next?
You can go.
You
I've
you are,
loved it.
because you opened the mouth. You said, "Who's next?"
Okay. So for me, I have to deal with people in my comment section all the time that ask similar questions. And I know that people aren't asking it to be rude. They seriously want to know. And then people ask me all the time, like, hey, is your daughter carnivore? And what some people don't realize is like my wife, she sees things differently. So I mean, if I want to stay married, I can't just be like, oh well, it's my way or the highway. So I have to, find compromise with my wife and find middle ground. I can't just be like, but now in a perfect world, I would like to show my daughter more of a carnivore way of living. But I am getting to do that through example. And one day she's going to be able to go back and watch my videos on how I used to eat the standard American diet. And look what it got me at almost 500 pounds. And now I'm on this journey and I'm losing weight and I'm getting healthy and being able to move my body. So I want to be an example, but I can't force her to do a certain thing. And I also don't want to go against my wife who sees things differently than I do. So, can they be healthy eating carnivore? I mean, tons of people have been carnivore way before we had grocery stores. Way back in the day, people ate more of that way of eating. And then also like hunter gatherers they might have ate carnivore a lot, but then they sometimes ate berries and other things and mushrooms and stuff like that. So I think people can be healthy eating carnivore, but I think people can also be healthy being keto as well. But I would hope that we would at least raise them to learn that, like, hey, you don't need to be eating Doritos and honey buns and all that stuff on a regular basis, because if you do, you're going to be diabetic, just like just about everybody else is becoming nowadays. So
I agree with most of that. All of it, probably. I have, my youngest is 10, my oldest is almost 21. I've always said this, I wish I had not introduced my child to kid food when they were younger. The chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese and just all the stuff that they continue to want. Over the years, it's been a battle to get them to eat other things besides that. And I have probably lost that battle more than I've won it. I do wish that I had done a low carb approach with my kids. Maybe not a keto and definitely not a carnivore, but just a lower carb approach. Like for me, I'm using carnivore because I'm so far gone metabolically that if I don't do something drastic, we're not going to get this train back on the tracks. Okay. So that's my reason for doing carnivore, but everybody has their own reasons and beliefs and stuff. But I would definitely wish I would have done a low carb with my kids. All right. We've got,
One quick, somebody was asking if you can click the little thing that puts our names up there. I don't know if you saw that.
You can't show the names if you have chat on the screen. Once the chat display.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no worries then. No, just so you know.
Donna sent somebody I can't tell who these are sent to. Is the only problem. Can y'all?
It's not me because I checked. So it's either me, Kip, or Chad. I think are the only three people who can get them. So it's either
Okay.
or it's either Kip.
Okay, so Donna says, howdy from hot Texas, y'all. Hey, Donna. And then
one thing on the kids thing, I want to say what I think I would do now, looking back at age when they like have their little tray in front of them and they're little, I think I'd just throw out a whole bunch of food and let them choose what they want to eat. Just literally chuck out a bunch of little chunks of steak and whatever else stuff and just let the kid decide, let nature do its course.
But would that include like Cheez-Its and stuff?
No. It'd be like whole, I hear you there, bud. I hear you. But you know what I mean?
I
like
mean,
what
it's
you would
hard
have,
to say, honestly. Like I think
a
most
couple
of
green
us are
beans, whatever, you know what I mean? Some steaks, chunks, or whatever they want to do and just see what they do.
At a point where our kids are much older and, you can say anything you want. Oh, I'm going to do this. Yeah. Oh, my kids are never going to do this, but then you'll eat your words. So, For me,
Even
low
my
carb,
boy,
trying to be low carb and more natural, like just whole foods kind of thing would
well,
be
at
good for me.
14, like he goes to youth group and there's pizza there. I'm not going to stop that. If he wants to grab a Sprite when he's there, I'm not going to stop it. And I'm not going to freak out and do anything because that's just part of life. He'll get to that point where he makes his decision. And, you know, at that point, I think you can burn through so much of that so quick anyway. It's not as detrimental as it is, you know, once we start getting older or we're already having problems with eating disorders or we're diabetic or, you know, like when I was at well over 275, yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea to go, oh, I'll just have the ice cream anyway because it's there, you know.
Yeah.
Texas Donna and the Homesick Buckeye, those Sean said that those are for Kip. So thank you guys so much for
Okay, I will pop
Yeah.
them up. I'm just going in order right now.
yeah.
I appreciate
So
it, y'all. Thank
Susan,
you.
Susan asked, does the hanging arm fat jiggle ever go away after reaching your goal?
Yeah, I kind of touched on that earlier before we went back to the other one. Yeah, a lot of that is as you start to lose body fat, it'll automatically start to decrease from your backside of your arm. But a lot of that is just muscle building too. So I would check out Jonathan's Carnivore Muscle is his new channel name. He does a lot. He does a lot of muscle building and exercise videos on his channel. But you could do things like chair or sofa dips. Push-ups, modified push-ups, depending on where you are. But yeah, a lot of that is just toning up that muscle once you lose the body fat.
Yeah, I'm texting the intentional carnivore right now, and I'm about to give him a hard time because he talks about his skin or whatever right here. I'm gonna just tell him, I'm gonna say, bro, do you even lift? Because he always talks, he mentions that right there, and I'm like, man, you don't work out, bro.
Oh, I have also heard that with fasting, you know, things like loose skin can tighten up, and part of that, you know, part of it's fat, but I had a lot of fat there before, so this is thinning fat. So a lot of this is just loose skin with a little fat left in it, and you know, hopefully a little bit of fasting might help with that.
Yeah, I
think
heard
too,
that as well.
time does help because when
Yeah.
I kind of got down to the weight where I was at now, it's been over 2.5 years I've been maintaining this weight and it's slowly going down and slowly tightening up. Not fast. I think there's definitely an age thing too. I think if you're at 30 or 40, it's going to go quicker than if you're over 60. I think. I have no fact for that, just from what I've seen from other people and heard from other people. But it keeps going down slowly.
Yeah, that's called sarcopenia, what you're talking about, Chad.
Is that what that? Okay.
The loss of muscle. That's why it's harder for people over 60 to tone up and all that stuff because
Yeah.
Okay, what do you all think about the new Dreo Chef Maker? I will start out. I have not heard of it, so don't know.
So sauna.
I have not heard of it either. I'll have to Google that one.
I've
Let
heard
me
of it,
see.
and one of my friends, they just got it, and they're testing it out, and they'll let me know. But that kind of cooking, y'all know my channel name is Barbecue and Cast Iron, so that pretty much says that, like, that kind of cooking, like inside cooking them in the little gadgets, that ain't my cup of tea.
Well, does it have a nonstick coating? Because I'm pretty anti nonstick.
Yeah.
I like to do.
I'm not sure if it does, but I
like a
think she
stainless or-
likes the one that she just got because they just started the company or just came out with a Kickstarter or whatever. But I think she's liking it. But I mean, we'll just give it time and see.
I mean, this kind of, just looking at the image, it kind of looks like just like a convection oven, but like for the countertop is kind of what it reminds me of.
Well, y'all know the channel for Rigno Freedom.
Yes.
He uses one when they first did their Kickstarter. I think they sent him one, and now I guess a lot of people have been seeing him use it, and he loves it. So a lot of people.
Well,
have been
maybe
buying
they
it.
should send us all one, and we'll try it
Yeah.
and report back.
Yeah, I'll try it, but about a week later, it'll be just
But
sitting in
yeah.
the closet.
I keep thinking I should get
will
a
tell the truth,
basket
though.
one. I keep thinking I should get a basket one, but between, like, I like carbon steel pans. I'm kind of one of those like still foodies, but now I'm a carnivore foodie. So I still kind of, I'll do sous vide, I'll do instant pot because it changes the taste and texture of meat, not necessarily other things. And it's all stainless and there's no plastic. I don't like the plastic of sous vide, but I like sous vide. So I'll balance that plastic idea and not worry about it, because I know all aged meats are 30 days in cryovac or vacuum pack, how you get them in restaurant packs, and they're put on that junky, thing that they serve the trays in, foam or whatever, and saran. So a little bit of plastic and low heat doesn't bug me on the sous vide. But other than that, I just think my problem is probably like Kip. I at least try to grill, and I at least try to cook on a pan, and I at least try to make it. And that's just me, but I think it could be fun. I think the kids would get use out of it. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I love my air fryer. I will
Yeah,
say we
everybody
have
says
Blackstone
so.
grill, and yeah, we like doing some big batch cooking on the Blackstone flat top, but good luck to anyone trying to pry away my air fryer from me, because even, being a working person, I can literally put, in my 30-minute lunch break from work, I can put a ribeye in there, and just the fat. Oh my goodness. That air fried fat is just,
Nothing
oh my.
like it.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't
keep
like
hearing.
like it.
Everybody says that, those little crisps.
I mean, Kip's gonna disagree. He's
I don't
Yeah.
like the taste. I mean, maybe I've just had so much grilled steaks and smoked, reverse seared and stuff. When I taste it, it tastes bland. To me,
So
that's
Kip,
just me.
so Kip, I don't really like the smoked flavor. So I want to make my steaks better, but I don't think that I would be a fan of smoked, because anything smoked I've ever had,
Flavor meat.
I mean, it may be different when it's actually like if you made some meat and I tasted it, I might love it. But, sometimes smoked flavors that you get are artificial,
Yeah, when it's artificial, that's usually people that don't know what they're doing, or either restaurants that are trying to make it the easy way. But whenever you use like he was talking about stick burners, whenever you're actually using that real wood and making a fire, it produces a better flavor, and you get more of a true barbecue flavor out of doing that. But I mean, if people like Instant Pots and stuff like that, or air fryers or whatever they're all called, that's cool. It's just not for me, really.
Well, I got something. So we're ordering an air fryer too, because I don't like the fatty bits, like the chunky fatty bits, and it's been recommended to fry them up. But we live in a third floor condo building, so unless I hold an actual grill outside of our third floor window, which I don't think our HOA would appreciate.
John's gonna like that because you'll get muscles.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure something will happen. But that's why we're getting an air fryer. But the one we're getting has a grill and an air fryer. It's like a 2-in-1. You can fit like 6 burger patties in the grill part. But that's what we're getting just because we live in a condo building. But I'm excited because it's a texture thing. I eat the fatty bits and it's an instant gag reflex as soon as it hits the back of my throat. So someone recommended frying them up just to get the fat down, because I do need extra fat. So I'm going to give it a shot. But that's what people keep suggesting, is to just fry them up to get them.
Just put your steak in a cast iron skillet and cook it with some tallow or something.
Yeah.
That's good like that.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a shot too.
I love a steak
Nicole,
in a
I'm
cast iron skillet.
curious. Yeah, I'm curious what you think of your air fryer, Nicole, when you get it. Because even chicken wings in the air fryer, I am so
they're
thankful
delicious.
when I reintroduce chicken that it does not cause me any hindrance, because air fried chicken wings, oh my goodness.
I will say chicken
Amazing.
wings are pretty good in the air fryer, because it's so easy to crisp them up. So it does good on that. For me, I still like the outdoor smoke flavor better, but I will say when I've had chicken wings that way, I prefer it. But the steak, it's a no-go for me. I'd rather just put it in a cast iron skillet if I'm gonna cook it inside.
Yeah. For
So
me
I
too.
did recently buy, I'm sorry, Chad.
No, go ahead.
I recently bought 2 pans that have the grill grates over them, and they're like stainless. And that way I can do the convection on the air or on the wings in the oven, and I can do more at once, because my air fryer, I'm just like standing there for 3 hours because I have a family of 6, and they're like getting theirs and I've still eaten nothing. But that worked pretty well. It didn't quite get as crispy as the air fryer, but it was pretty good.
I know for me, the Instant Pot, the only thing I put in mine is chuck steak because it changes the flavor and texture. It's
Oh, yeah.
purely just to break up the chuck steak that I ate so much as an option. But I'm
do the
kind of with
pizza.
Kip, though. I try not to. I'd rather cook something like in lard outside, you know, I'm not a cast iron person, but I like it. But I like carbon steel, which is it reacts similar to cast iron, but it's a little more like chef type. So the handles are better and it reacts quicker. So it's just an alternative choice. And I cook outside because I have just one of those cheap Camp Chef stoves, but I don't worry about the splatter, the mess, the heat, the smoke, anything inside the house. So 99% of my cooking is outside for that reason.
Nice, Chad. Way to rub it in, Chad.
Okay. Do you eat till you're full or limit your protein intake? From Sid.
Eat till you're full, but if you are a carnivore, I don't know what your diet looks like, but you want to make sure you're eating enough fat and protein. The excess protein will get converted into glucose, so you definitely don't want to, go overboard. The recommendations are 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. That's just the baseline standard. That intake recommendation will change based off of your individual factors, your exercise, your genetics, your height, your weight, all that stuff. But that's the baseline recommendations. But I wouldn't get hung up on that. I would just make sure you're just eating beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, just eating animal foods and just eating to your full. Stop eating when you're not full. But you do want to make sure you're eating more fat than protein because excess protein will turn into glucose. Your body does need glucose, but you don't want to feed it too much glucose.
So as far as personally, so in the very beginning when I first started carnivore, I was eating more so 3 times a day because it definitely took my body some time to acclimate. But very soon, I want to say probably like 2 months in, my body was really just wanting OMAD. Like I got to a point where I was just so stuffed. And it wasn't even meat aversion. I still loved all the meats. It's just my body, just from the change of having so much extra fat from all the fattier cuts of meat that now I was introducing to my body, I just got very satiated and very, very quickly. But as far as now, I just listen to my body. Like today and yesterday, I just did OMAD, 1 meal a day, because I simply just had 2 very fatty ribeye steaks, and my body has been happy with that. So I mean, it's been hours since I ate today. We're coming on almost like 5 hours, and my body's perfectly fine. I'm not hungry. I will not be eating again for the rest of the evening. But I just listen to my body. I've just changed my relationship with food, and I'm able to be in tune to listen and give my body what it needs.
And for me, I mean, I like to just keep it simple, kind of like what Nicole was saying at the very end. She was saying, but kind of just you don't have to do all that. Eat the bacon, eat the eggs, eat I just like to not overthink it because I know that like no animals in the wild, they have to think about, am I going to count this and count that? So I just don't think that we have to do that if we're eating the right foods. If we're not eating the right foods, then yeah, you got to really, really start counting everything. But like if you're fueling your body the right way, I mean, of course, if you're eating 10 pounds of butter and you can't produce a solid turd, then like you probably need to back the fat down. I mean, you got to use common sense there. But, or if you're constipated, you probably need a little bit more fat. But I mean, at the end of the day, animals don't count everything, so I don't want to have to do that too. I don't want to live my life having to constantly count stuff. I want to fuel my body with food, move my body, and live a happy life.
Thank you for the potty talk.
Yeah.
I'm always
You
down.
you guys can still hear me, right? My other program
Yes.
just crashed. I was telling you about.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, yeah, I just eat till full, kind of like what Dr. Chafee always says. It's like when it doesn't start tasting good or whatever, I just stop. I prefer that. I have no gallbladder. I got to be careful about going over on the fat. So sometimes I'll break it into 2 meals. But otherwise, yeah, I just literally eat till and I think we all use the word satiated because it's different than being full. You can eat a huge Thanksgiving dinner and be
Right.
belly full, want to loosen your belt and go, oh, look at that pie. I'm going to eat that, But when you're really satiated, you're not that full. You can still get up and do things, but you don't want to eat. I think those words are important to kind of differentiate it too about being full or satiated, for me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just eat till I'm full. I'm a brat, so like I'm gonna, if I have to be on a special way of eating, which is not, it's not like I have to be on it now. I actually really like it, but I treat myself. So I'm just like, I can eat whatever I want whenever I want, and that's what I do. But I'm within the guidelines, my guidelines. So mostly meat, some cheese, occasionally some cream cheese. Not a whole lot of extra beyond that. But yeah, I do not limit myself. Okay. Whoops. Hold on. My neighbor. Okay. Texas Donna, can I invite y'all to join my September challenge? It will be the daily why, challenging everyone to start every day in September by handwriting their why. Well, that sounds cool, Donna.
Yeah.
And thank you for the super chat. I think it was sent to Kip.
Yes, it was sent to Kip.
Thank
I'm
you.
down. Please let us know what that entails, Donna. Is this a group or are we just doing this on our own? Like, yeah, if you can give us some details.
Yeah.
I think we love to join. I join.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, this one's funny. Did Kip eat so many eggs that he forgot his YouTube channel?
Yeah, for real. I'm like, who am I? Like, last night was tough, y'all. But anyway, I mean, I don't get asked that question all the time. Usually, I mean, I get asked for the link and I copy the link and send it over. But I forget the YouTube channel. Now I've been telling people my Instagram because that's the rage now. So I've been telling that more than the YouTube thing.
I think too, one question up around 3:01 on my time, Bible reading Bearhead. That's actually a good one. I don't know if you can scroll back up and see that one.
What
So
time
whatever
is it?
01 is, 01, the 2 end minutes. Mine says 3:01, so yours might be different in the time zone.
601.
But it was so it might be 6:01.
6:01. All right.
Yeah,
that's
Bible
way
reading
up
Bear
there.
when you had a day
I'm
slip.
at 6:09. So
Yeah. And it was right kind of around when
Does it
you were
have a cue
posting the
by it, or?
links. Yeah, it has a cue.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
When you had a slip day, okay. When
Slip
you
up
had
day, I
a
think she's
day
saying.
slip you up, did your body go
Yeah.
through almost like starting over? I cheated Wednesday due to my dad's 90th birthday and I had diarrhea, feeling like the first week again.
Okay.
Nicole?
I think everyone was waiting for me to chime in. Yeah, so it depends on how long you've been doing whatever variation of low carb you're doing. But yeah, you essentially detox your body of all of the garbage you were eating, thereby eliminating or decreasing your digestive issues, your inflammation, all of those things that you were struggling with. So once you start adding those foods in, even if it's for a meal, even if it's for a day, it's like a toxin to your body. Your body is like, what the heck are you doing to me? And is trying to get it out. But yeah, that should only last about a day or so. If I go off plan, like last weekend, we went up to Salisbury Beach in Massachusetts for my husband's family. We do this every single year in August. I had a couple slices of pizza. It was planned. I didn't eat all day. That was like my one meal because I knew it was going to be garbage. But yeah, my digestion suffered that night and I felt like garbage the next day, but then it was back to normal. So it should only last a day or so. If it lasts more than that, then there might be something else going on, but that should be temporary as long as you get right back on plan.
I'll hit it next. To me, it's the same thing. It's kind of like if somebody drank a 6-pack of beer every night when they get home and they quit for a long time, then they even had one, it would hit them really hard. That's my analogy with it. But also, I think it's those lessons do you learn? Do you then go, okay, I'm not going to slip up as much next time or not? It's like I always have 2 bites of my kid's birthday cake, and that's plenty for me. I don't need a full piece, but I know if I had a full piece, it would put me over. So I think that's those lessons learned after time. Like even like the Halloween candy, I was really curious about. I was more curious, not wanting to slip up, but I was curious about old flavors. Now I'm not even curious. So I think too, as you go along, you learn to go, yeah, I know this is bad from past experience, but it definitely hits you. Even 2 bites of cake for me is like, whoa, I can just feel the sugar rush just from 2 little bites.
Because your body detox from those things. It's
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
When
So-
I have a slip up, because I've had a couple slip ups since I've started, maybe 3 or 4 times, and I've pretty much learned that if I have a slip up, to don't step on the scale for the next week. Because if I step on the scale for the next week, I'm not gonna gain a bunch of weight, but the scale's not gonna drop for probably close to a week. After I do that, it's like, I don't know, my body's just storing it and hanging on to it, or I don't know how it's working. I don't know all the science, but usually it takes me close to a good week before I can actually start producing more results on the scale, which I know not everything's about the scale, but I mean, I know if I cheat, it kind of messes with things for a little while.
Can I chime in? So, Kim, if you go down to 6:32 p.m. our time, 6:32, Bible reading bear, clarify that she's been straight carnivore. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was on mute. But she was straight carnivore for 4 weeks. So she's very new to this.
Oh, okay.
And she said that it was Wednesday, so I'm assuming this past Wednesday, and the diarrhea hit today. So however many days that is. But her aches and RA, so rheumatoid arthritis pain, has been going on since Thursday. So Thursday, the next day, that's normal. I don't know what you cheated with or how much you cheated going back to what Dad said, but I will say I typically don't recommend people going off plan, whatever that plan looks like for you, at least into your 60, 90 days in, truly, because that's really how long it's going to take for you to adjust and be truly a fat burner. So you're really not even at this point in a few weeks in, you're not fully adjusted to carnivore at this point. So I would recommend just don't kick yourself in the butt, just get back on the horse, start fresh, get back on plan. But I would recommend staying on plan for at least 60, 90 days before you start including random cheat days, because you need to give your body time to adjust. And because you did it so soon in the game, your body wasn't totally cleaned out and your metabolism wasn't completely shifted. So you kind of confuse things by and kick yourself back into not square one, but you kind of kicked yourself back because you were so new to this. So I would recommend just getting back on plan and waiting 60 or 90 days before you start trying to add cheats. I know it was your dad's birthday and I know those are hard, but being this early in, you need to give your metabolism and your body time to adjust to this way of eating. And only being a few weeks in, you're not completely adapted yet. And that's likely what's going on here.
Yeah, what Nicole said. Also, I've only been doing carnivore for, according to Nicole, it's 107 days. Don't quote me, but she did the calculations. But I haven't really cheated bad in that time. I did eat some berries a few times. I don't consider that cheating. I just consider that a choice I made. I mean, berries are food. But now, as far as anything, like cake or anything like that, that would be ultra processed. I haven't done anything like that. And I think I would probably be sick as a dog if I did. As it is, just eating berries and stuff, I have a little bit of flare up with my candida. And then the next day I'll have a really bad headache first thing in the morning. That's how I know whatever I ate the day before did not sit well, is I will wake up with a headache first thing.
Yep.
Okay, homesick Buckeye, $5. I think that's Kip, maybe, or
That's
two.
Kip. That's Kip. Yep.
I developed a weight problem at 8 years old. My parents will pay when I make the nursing home choices. Yeah. Honestly, though, I don't know what generation you are, homesick Buckeye, but I feel like, as much as we've been lied to about food, they probably were doing the best they could. Let's get. I'm going to show another comment while I look for a question here. You want to read it, Nicole?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just read that while I look for a question.
Totally agree with you, Kip. It's just too bad that we can't get most of Think Like We Do. We wouldn't have to worry about this healthcare crisis. This healthcare crisis is totally okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and this I agree with. Fatty meat does more for the kids' attitude than anything else.
Yep.
Sana, you want to read that for me?
I don't have kids, but I do love how Nisha gives her kiddos options to pick at, and they're whole foods. Yes, and that's Nisha Berry, Dr. Berry's wife that she's referring to.
And she's awesome, the
Yes.
queen. King Ken and Queen Nisha. All right. Kip, will you read that for us?
Yeah, but I was going to say real quick, people were saying in the comment section that Chad fell off the chat, so I wonder if he started a vegan channel or something real quick.
I think, you know what, he's got scurvy, I think.
He got
scurvy. We didn't do a scurvy check. That was the problem.
Yeah,
so
let me see what this person says. They said, we make sure everything is healthy and clean of preservative, gluten, etc. And they mostly eat meat, but some carb is good for little kids, we believe. Yeah, and kids can handle stuff a lot better than people that's lived a lifetime full of eating junk food or whatever, that's done so much damage to their body. But I personally don't think that carbs are essential, but I'm not a doctor. So
it's not.
But he plays one on TV.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I know Michael. What's going on, Michael? I think he said his wife's watching too. So yeah, when it comes, I just want to say one thing about the carbs and kids. Now I'm the last one to be dogmatic because, like I said, I eat carbs and I drink my Michelob Ultra. Leave my beer alone. But yeah. So when we're born, we're in our most natural state. And when we're born as babies, we are keto. We are born in a ketogenic state. We are fat burners. Breast milk is fat, saturated fat, cholesterol is largely fat. So carbs are non-essential when it comes to nutrition, meaning our body can synthesize from non-carb sources like amino acids from protein. So we really don't need carbs at all. And depending on what kind of carbs, and this isn't just for Michael, it's just in general, depending on what kind of carbs you're eating or your kids are eating, that's going to turn them into sugar burners, flip their metabolism over, which is fine. We're very adaptable. But you just want to kind of be careful that you don't end up in this situation that many of us turn to carnivore for. And that's a caveat, but we don't need carbohydrates, even kids. It's truly non-essential. We are ketogenic in our most natural state. But if you want to feed your kids carbs, by all means, like I said, I eat carbs. I'm like not dogmatic about it. It's perfectly fine. I just want to just be careful the types of carbs and how much that's all I want to say. Because I eat berries. I try to eat the least sugary kind of carbs when I eat fruit. Like I mainly stick to like the berries for example, like something like a banana that's super high in sugar, and most of that sugar is going right to your liver, and fructose can be a contributing factor to non-alcoholic fatty liver. And I'm not telling people not to eat your fruit. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make those things a bit more conscious and front of mind when choosing your carbs and the frequency and the quantity. That's all.
So you're saying that we shouldn't eat the French fries at McDonald's?
No, you shouldn't.
Oh crap!
Can you? Absolutely.
What?
Like, you can every once in a while, but should you? No.
What about one? What about just one?
Hey, sometimes
Nobody,
That falls out of the Happy Meal box.
I'll steal
nobody eats just one.
I'll steal 1 or 2 French fries off my husband's plate sometimes, but I won't eat more than that because I will feel it. But yeah, I'll steal a French fry every
The
once.
food that does not even disintegrate under soil and
Yeah.
last decades.
All right. Next question. I don't have an Instapot. I still have a crock pot. Is there a true justification to get an Instant Pot? I mean, I'll start out. I just got rid of my crock pot the other day because my Instant Pot also has a crock pot feature on it. So I thought, well, that's just redundant. So I gave it to Goodwill, but I don't use my Instant Pot a whole lot. And I don't really use a crock pot a whole lot either, obviously. But I don't think that unless you just want your food cooked super fast, I don't think there's really any need to do that. If you've got time, you can throw it in the crock pot for 8 hours and probably get the same result or even 3 or 4 hours, probably get the same result as you can in an Instant Pot. Nicole?
Oh, sorry, I was typing in the chat. I don't have an Instapot. I still have a crock pot. I have a crock pot. Welcome to the crock pot age. I cook all of my meat in the crock pot. I don't like standing on the stove, and I cook everything in beef bone broth. It's amazing. I cooked my chuck roast in the crock pot yesterday, and it's so tender. It just falls off the fork, melts in your mouth. But I also cooked that in butter and beef bone broth. So I love the crock pot. I cook everything in the crock pot. Yeah, I don't know anything about an Instapot. I guess it just cooks it faster? I don't know.
And where I live at in the South, I mean, everybody's got a crock pot because I
Right.
mean, like if there's like a Christmas get together or like a Thanksgiving get together, there's gonna be crock pots all over the table.
Yeah,
So
what are you
Even
going
at
to bring
church,
to
at the
the
church functions, you got the
picnic?
table full of all the crock pots.
oh yeah, with all the different dips. And see,
Right.
fall's getting here, so everybody's gonna start doing different like peanuts and other different stuff. They'll do their peanuts in the crock pot and other different dishes, and then it'll get cold and they'll do chili and all that stuff. So it's getting that time of year.
Yeah, I just do it. I know I'm chiming in again, but I just do it in lieu of like not having time, basically. If you've got time, use that crock pot, you know?
Or even better would be a Dutch oven because you can use a Dutch oven
Oh,
and do
yeah.
the same thing.
Yep.
Or for all my people
Huh?
in their 40s, if you know the what was that oven we had where we made those
Easy
brown
bake.
easy bake ovens?
Yes.
We still make those things.
Fun fact, I never had an easy bake oven.
I did
Really?
not either.
Oh, those
No.
brownies.
I
Oh my
know of it, but never had one myself.
I was addicted to my easy bake oven. Those brownies were delicious.
But as
Sauna.
far as for me, I don't have an Instapot, but I do have a Ninja Foodie. It's one of the round ones that kind of does all the things, including the pressure cookering that's kind of reminiscent like an Instapot. But I still have my crock pot. So I would say, just like Kim had mentioned, just like Nicole mentioned, it's kind of when it comes down to the speed, because I kind of feel like they both give the same quality, the same kind of results is the way I feel. Um, but for
Yeah,
me,
it's just the time.
yeah, it's kind of like if you want to do it old school or if you want to do it new school. And a lot of those things, that's kind of, I keep my crock pot just in case, during the holiday, if I need kind of like a backup to my Ninja Foodie. But I just kind of feel like it just kind of gives the same results. It's
And
just speed and slow cooker is really
you
what
know,
it comes down to.
being a kid from the 80s,
Yes.
I'm a little scared of my Instapot, honestly, because pressure cookers used to explode on people,
Oh, yeah.
and I had a friend that had burns from like,
Mhm.
probably 3/4 of her body from where one of the old timey ones exploded. I
Right.
don't think the Instant Pots are very likely to do that, but I still keep my kids back from it. It's it's ingrained. It's like a deep seated fear I have. Okay, question. Kip, how do you recommend cooking a ribeye in cast iron on the stove? I much prefer charcoal grill, but can't do it every day. Thanks.
You basically just said it. You put the steak in the cast iron and you cook it. Nah, I would say go mid heat. Like if I was doing eggs, I would go mid heat and then I would lower it back down. But since you're doing steak, it's a thicker, like it's thick, so and it's gonna bring the temperature of the cast iron down. So if you're gonna do it, I would probably put it about a 6 or a 7, like medium heat, and you can go closer to medium high if you need to, but don't turn cast iron all the way up. It will get way too hot. It'll burn your oil. It'll smoke up your house, and your steak will be too charred. So and raw in the middle. So about a 6 or a 7. Put your steak in there and let it go some and then flip it, but make sure you oil your pan first. I use tallow, you can use butter, and then just have fun with it. Some people say never flip it but once. For me, I could flip a steak once or I could flip it 10 times and still get a good steak either way. So I don't worry too much about that. And honestly, if it's a thicker steak, you want to flip it more because it'll cook more evenly. If it's a thin steak, you can get by with 1 or 2 flips. But if it's really thick, if you don't flip it a lot, it's not going to cook perfectly even all the way through.
Okay, there's more you can do with the Instant Pot, like making yogurt and sous vide and some other fancy stuff. Mostly we like saving the time to feed the kids easier.
Yep.
I agree, and I did not know that you could sous vide in it. So that is, I'm going to have to look into that because I've always wanted to try that.
Yeah, I am going to hop off in a few minutes. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to hop off and
I'll have
some
to too. Let me get to the end here. Let me look at see if there's any other questions.
questions. And Kip got a super chat.
I'm looking for cues, guys. So let's see. I'm at 6:35, so not far from the end. If there's any questions that I've missed, tell me what the time was, and I'll hit it real quick before we get off.
4
Yeah, let's go through.
super chat for Kip. If you want to pull that up to give them a
Hold on, what time?
6:44.
Okay, I'm not there yet. I'm at 37.
Okay.
See, I just want to go in order to make sure I don't miss anybody.
And
It's
Nicole,
hard.
what are
There's a
you
lot.
eating tonight, Nicole?
There are a lot of comments.
2 bacon cheeseburger patties and probably a little bit of blueberries.
I heard that. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
today's too mad. I've been OMAD a lot lately, actually. That was my goal. And now, yeah, I find myself just eating 1 meal a day, but today is a 2 meal a day. Do you eat one? No, you eat multiple times, right, Kip?
Yeah, I eat multiple times. I normally eat 2 meals a day.
Okay.
Okay, I've been carnivore for 4.5 years, and I've had a slip up. I call it a reminder instead of a cheat because it reminds me quickly why I became a carnivore. Ding, 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 ding.
That's a good way
Jesse
of looking at
wins
it.
the comment of the day, and thanks for the $5.
And I did not touch on the whole slip up thing, but for me, it's not about me being perfect, but I will say I did not really chime in because I have not had a slip up. It's not, like I said, about being perfect. It's just because I was at the point where I was so very sick, especially when it came to my mental health, that I can't afford to slip up. Is kind of where my mindset is right now.
Yeah.
Will I always stay that way? No, because I do want to in the future, definitely as my body continues to heal and my mental health heals, possibly I can do some more introductions, but that's kind of where my mindset is right now when it comes to the slip ups.
Well, Mr. Vegan
Look
is
who decided
look
to show
who-
his
yes,
vegan
right?
face.
Yeah, I see your vegan channel you just made when you left. He's muted.
Okay. Chad, you're muted, I think.
he has brain fog. He's muted all those plants.
Yeah.
I'm going to unmute him. No, it won't let me. Says he chose to mute himself, so.
Just mime. We got you.
Yeah, just like we're
Are you
almost
muted
done anyway.
on
'Cause we've gotta go
StreamYard?
eat.
Pretty
Perfect,
much.
Nicole, perfect. Okay. Does anybody see anything that I missed? And if not, let's tell what we're gonna have for dinner, and then we'll be Peace out.
Oh, chat. I'm telling you,
I'm-
he's cooking up his vegan bowl right now. So I'm having 2 bacon cheeseburger patties with a side of a little bit of blueberries.
Okay. Kip.
I honestly hadn't thought about it yet. I was planning on, because I did a interview earlier at 3:30, and then I was gonna plan supper whenever I hopped on here, and I seen y'all were on, so then I was like, I'll hop on real quick. So I hadn't
Just
even
real
thought
quick.
about supper. So I guess I'm gonna starve tonight. No.
Fasting. Kip's fasting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably run out and grab some hot dogs at the gas station that's got hot dogs.
Ooh, that could be scary, Kip.
Yeah.
Sana.
So I've already ate. So a couple hours ago, I already ate. It was an OMAD kind of day yesterday and today. So I've already had 2 air fried ribeyes with some butter, and that did me for today.
Yummy. I had a ribeye earlier today, and I am going in there to crack open my it's a hamburger that's made out of what's that steak? Wagyu. I
Oh,
got it
yeah.
at Walmart, so I'm sure it's like 100% legit.
Y'all keep talking about them ribeyes though, and I'm gonna have to speed thaw a ribeye and cook one tonight.
Speed thaw? How do you speed thaw?
Have running water and
Yep.
have the water constantly running over it while it's thawing out. It'll thaw out way faster.
Oh,
Old
nice.
school method. That's the oh crap, I forgot to thaw out the Thanksgiving turkey method.
Just best believe it's not going to see an air fryer.
Oh, it ain't touching no air fryer. I can promise you that.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me in my very first live that I've hosted. And I hope to have all of you come back again. And I'm a very impromptu kind of person, so I'm sure this won't be the last one. And thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you
It was fun.
all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.